on YouTube.
Okay. Says, oh, I got some chat going below it now. Hello, everybody. I'm here with Moyock here, I know him as Richard, but also a good friend, and it just he just he loves Lord, and but he's a good golfer too, from what I hear, and also a good woodworker. So we're gonna be chatting about different stuff, what we got going on in our life, and hey, probably answering some questions too. He got his bearded Viking shirt on, I see. we got got to advertise. We got to advertise for Daniel, don't we? And then I
Hey,
got
hey, brother. I think you got another volume on because it's double pinging.
I got another volume on.
Yeah, I think you have maybe your YouTube channel. I'm using my phone, so I have my laptop muted, and it's like cycling.
Okay, I ain't got my. Okay, now I just left. I just. So I got mine on the screen. How's that sound to you? No, I just muted something else. What was that?
Yeah, it's still cycling for some reason. That's kind of weird.
Okay, I muted my desktop.
Huh. Uh,
But Zach, what are we supposed to be doing?
uh,
On mine.
It's
yeah, it's
just
still doing it. I don't know if it's you or someone else, but
reckon it's probably on the phone over here. I got two phones going too at the same time.
So I tell you what, let me hang up because I got my sound turned all the way down, so there wasn't any feedback. But
Okay.
yeah, let me hang up since y'all got it going.
All right, appreciate it, brother.
All right.
All right. That might have been what it was. How about now? That sound better?
oh yeah, much better, much better.
That's what it was. You was getting the back feed off my phone.
Yeah, no,
uh,
I'm still getting it a little bit.
you're still getting it a little bit.
Yeah.
Wonder where it be coming from. No, that would be you. Way over there.
Yeah, we'll see how it is. It's literally the timing is off by about 20 seconds.
Huh. Well, I know on my as far as my computer, it's off some. Whenever I was doing Zach the first time.
Yeah, I'm just answering some text or some chat stuff.
Who said that? Okay. But I said it would be a delay as far as that's normal as far as the delay.
Okay, it's just kind of weird that it's like I hear an echo in the background of 20
Right.
seconds ago. So it's I'm the internet dumb guy, so what the hell do I know?
Okay. Let's see. Yeah. I didn't know it was that much a delay in it.
I
Okay, that's all I'm using. My PC. I
yeah,
just want to use
I mean
PC.
I've seen it before, but it's just I hear that echo in the background, so it's kind of
Okay.
like almost like yeah, Teresa, it's like two devices are showing the stream almost. I'm not sure.
That's what I had that problem too myself because I had my earpiece in.
Yeah, it ain't that.
Okay, turn the volume down. I got mine muted. I got mine muted on the
Oh, that was it, man.
That's
Because I
it.
don't hear it now.
Okay, now
Yeah, see, hey, us elder statesmen can figure it out sooner or later, right?
there you go, brother. There you go. And think about it,
So how
dude.
you been, man?
I've been doing good. Had a little
Yeah.
little brush with a tree yesterday. I was down there on my pond
Oh,
clearing around it and was gonna push some. There was two big dead trees about 30, 40 foot tall, and the top out of one of them fell down and hit me. Got my shot,
oh man.
but it's better now. And got
Well,
to
you got a different type of kickback in woodworking, right?
Oh yes, that there definitely.
Well,
If it had hit just right, it would have definitely killed you.
man, I'm glad you're okay because that's all that matters and
Then
whatnot. So,
you've been doing this collaboration by yourself. If I'd been hurt,
well, well, then that would have been the most boring conversation on the planet.
I don't know. I watched you.
Yeah, I ain't nobody.
Oh yes, you are.
Ramon.
You're
Oh man,
a good
raising a
friend.
Ramon, I love you, brother.
You're a good friend.
Oh, that guy,
What?
that guy. Reno with Ramon, and
Yeah.
yeah, that guy. Love him to
Oh,
death.
oh,
He's fun, man.
he is. He's a nut. I'm telling you. Um, Me and him just took off and wound up being like just a couple of months, and it seems like we've been knowing each other for years. And
Yeah,
even with
yeah.
you, I feel comfortable with you and stuff. Never, it's the first, we haven't ever met in real life, but it feels like we have. You understand what I'm talking about?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I haven't. I've been with Daniel for over 2 years, if you will, on his channel, and I haven't. There was a point where I wanted to come down and do a collab with him. We're trying to set it up. It's just that work got in the way on my end, and Daniel. I call him my little big brother. He's only little because I'm older than him. He's obviously a lot bigger than me, but I mean, I love that guy to death. I think everybody knows that, and we've had several chats, phone calls, offline, also on live, things like that. Same thing with Ryan 77 Rockets out in California. Never met the guy. Love him. We talk all the time. Whack and Shack up in Ohio. We talk all the time. Dave, my Canadian brother up in Canada. We talk all the time, and several others. And that's what's cool about the internet. Like I say, I'm the most dumb internet guy, but it's kind of cool. The technology allows people like you and I to get together
Right.
and you know talk and sit down and do things. I was on Soldiers Live earlier, and I would have never met that guy in 1985. By chance. The probability is almost zero, but he was on his live today. He was doing some really cool stuff, and I try to support everybody as best I can. I'm sub to so many people because of Bearded Vikings channel, which is okay. And I try to catch their stuff, and I try to, I don't want to just go there, look at their video for 10 seconds, click like, and leave. I want to watch the whole thing because I believe it does something with the quote algorithm. I don't know what that means, but and I try to do that, and it's just yeah, it's just awesome to be able to sit down and talk with people live and stuff like that. And I know you and I've been looking forward to this
Yeah.
for some time.
Uh-oh. What happened here? Can you hear
What happened? Where?
now? There, I lost your voice there just for a second.
Oh, well, who
It's
can be
okay.
me? Hopefully, am I good?
Yeah, you good. I'm far me. Can you hear him? Yeah. Okay.
Yep,
Carol,
yep.
the whole
I get
time.
you loud and clear, my man. So what you been up to, big guy?
Oh, like I say, I'm gonna go ahead and tell a little secret. I texted Richard earlier today and asked him if he ready for the I said it's 3 o'clock, T minus 2 hours until lunch, and he kept back, and I told him, I said, man, I'm kind of nervous about this, and I got and he said, no, you know nothing to be nervous about, and then he turned around and told me, I'm kind of nervous too. And that did not help. But I've been
Uh,
forward to this and doing this with you and just hanging out and talking and getting to know each other better. And
yeah,
but
absolutely.
and you're talking about Ramon, you and BB. Well, me and Ramon kind of got a friendship like that. And BB I do with Daniel also because Daniel, what got me, I never will forget. This is all back when he in 1st of December or something like that. He kind of backed out for just a little bit, had a lot of stuff going on, the business, getting plans all drawn up and contracts all signed and stuff like that. And, just regular business stuff. But for some reason, everybody on the channel, "Van, you heard from him? You heard from him?" No, so I just sent him a text. And I got an answer back from him. I didn't think I'd get no answer back, not within an hour or two. And I didn't think I'd get an answer back for a day or two. And mainly because of the size he was. And like I told him, I said, I just told him, I said, "Daniel, you're real." You know, and he just he took it and ran with it. He thought that was hilarious. But like Ramon here the other day, he texted me. I got a text one morning, and it was just, "Hey man," that's all it was. Just saying hi to him, and I sent him back hi too, and that was it. But it's that kind of relationship that you get on this channel and stuff, and it is amazing how it works.
Yeah, it's funny when I was doing lives with 77 Rockets, Whack and Stack, and Dave, and we haven't done one in quite a while. Everybody's got some things going on, but I mean, and them obviously being way younger than I am, and they would do ask Uncle Moyock questions, and they would come up with some craziest crap, man, and it was funny to me. See, I'm a very humorous person, and nothing it takes a quasi ton of something to offend me, and in fact, I had that on the course today, and I can get into that later if you want to. And
Okay.
it got resolved in a very uh I think you would, if I was 20, 30 years younger, it would have been a different story.
Oh,
And well, I mean, I'll get into it if you want me to.
yeah. Go ahead. That's what this is
Okay.
for.
So today my and I have three golf instructors, and my one instructor is a lady. She we do the short game stuff. She's a master at it, and that's who I take lessons from. We were on the course today. We were playing. Everything was going good. We got to hole 9, which is a par 5, no big deal. And there were some people ahead of us, and all of a sudden, four guys roll up on us. I didn't notice them behind us when we first teed off. I think it was some old ladies. They might have just caught up and play through.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, and the guy made a very it was a very sexual, disparaging remark about Liz. And just to give you some context, Liz is a drop dead gorgeous looking lady. And I turned around and I looked at him. I was like, dude, man, that's uncalled for. What are you doing? And
Right.
you need to apologize to her. And I could tell right off the bat from the accent they were not from around here. So they kind of got a little defensive with me. And I was like, dude, I said, that's just, I said, what are you, like 20, 25? Well, yeah, yeah. And I mean, they were some strapping young kids. And I was like, well, dude, I said, that's the reason why you and your boys are going to go skiing. They're like, what are you talking about? See, now I'm going to talk smack. I want to chirp. Guys like, what do you mean by skiing? I'm like, well, there's going to be one guy in the middle, two guys on the side, and you guys are going to go skiing. You know what I'm saying? And oh boy, they did not like that. And they were like, man, there's four of us. We'll kick your old ass. I'm like, give me 1 second. Pulled out my cell phone, hit a number, called some guys, said, hey, I'm on hole 9. You guys are on 17, because 17, 18, and 19 are really close. I said,
Okay.
I need you over here right now. So the guys in the car, like, what, you calling your mom? You calling the marshal? Going to kick us out? I said, no, 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 I got something better for you. So the four guys roll up. They get out the car. They come talk to me. Oh, by the way, they are Currituck County Sheriff deputies from the K9 unit.
Oh my goodness.
And, it's kind of funny. I have their personal cell phone number, and there's a reason for that, because I do charity events for twice a year, golf thing. All the proceeds go to the Currituck County Sheriff's Department for the K9 unit, so the taxpayer don't have to pay. We raise between $20,000-$30,000 each event, right?
That's
So I
good.
told them what was going on, and they were like, "Hey, man, you want to press charges on them?" I'm like, "No, you know what? They're so damn young." I said, "Go over there, scare the bejesus out of them, but give them a life lesson." And I don't want them to go to jail. The whole 9 yards. I said, "They're obviously not from around here." So they went over there. They flashed the badges. All of a sudden, these dudes, it looked like they were looking for like change on the ground, because their heads down. They're doing this, and so one of them calls me over. with Liz. We come over there, and they were just like super apologetic, right? And I was like, guys, I said, I used to be young like you, and I used to do dumb crap like you just did. I said, but man, you're not going to get anywhere. I said, do better. That's all I'm asking. I said, you don't want to spend time in jail here in Currituck County because we don't do catch and release. You're not going to see the judge until Tuesday over something stupid, right? And I said, look, we're on hold 9. Me and her are going to play when we finish. I want you guys. Thank you for the apology. She said the same thing. I said, I want you guys to go into the clubhouse, go in there and tell them, hey, Rich said, go ahead, get yourself a couple drinks, get some food and whatever, finish out the rest of your game. And hey, just all I'm asking is, man, take it as a life lesson. And they were super cool. When I got done playing, came in, talking to the staff to clear my bill. They literally tipped like the staff like $400 freaking dollars because
Oh,
they were just like, oh yeah, Rich out there, and they're like, oh yeah, Rich, did that. And they're like, yeah, we kind of screwed up and kind of got our asses handed to us a little bit, but they did well. So end of the day, man, it was good. Because the first thing one of the sheriffs, one of the deputies asked me, he goes, man, do you have your gun on you? I was like, well, it's in my truck. It's not on me here on the course. I said, the only weapon I have on the course is my golf shoes and my golf clubs. I said, I'm not trying to shoot nobody. And they're like, okay, we're just asking. I was like, okay, cool. And that's when they went over there and effectively told the guys, hey, check yourself or you're going to get yourself wrecked. And, but I'm glad it worked out. To me, that was, like I said, if it had been 20, 30 years ago, we would have been fighting. And I'm glad I took the more peaceful path and to give a life lesson. And, you know, and on top of that, I'm too damn old to be fighting anybody nowadays, man.
don't you
You
don't
know,
used to.
just is what it is. But you got to be careful of who you talk to sometimes because there's some people out there that'll just turn right around and you can see it in the news. They're going to start shooting you, stabbing you, or whatever, and that's not cool either. But I was just like, yeah, man, let's just handle this a different route, and I think it was a great route to do. So, you know,
Yeah, I was
oh,
put down there too.
Stephen,
Yeah, that's my
you're
son.
just to shoot a loose. Damn it, Stephen Lott, that's funny.
They're bearded Vikings out here.
Mm.
You and Daniel.
Oh, there he is, my man Daniel. Hey, buddy, I love you. You know, me and him took care of some business, so that was good today.
All right.
So what you got in the works there, Mr. Van Lot? Like I know you did like a cross thing, things like
Right.
that, and I know you do sermons and stuff. I'd like to catch one of those.
And well, you have caught some of that's what I remember the first night you came over. It
Yep.
was during the devotional, and well, that's something that put me on my heart ever since then because you said you wanted to talk to me about something after that, and we never could get our
Mhm.
time schedule down. I don't know what question you had or something, and but we'll still get a chance to do that one of these days. That's personal there, but that's kind of what just got my attention towards you and started thinking about you, praying for you. But that's, I know
No, I appreciate it.
there are,
I'm a God fearing Christian. I don't go to church. I don't do that. I like, and I try to do better and do things and be giving and loving and the whole 9 yards. But sometimes you need somebody with a little bit more knowledge on, uh, not so much that I'm having a bad time in life. I'm having a great time in life, but it's sometimes what I like to say is sometimes you're walking that line, all of a sudden you kind of stumble a little bit to the right or a little bit to the left, and just
right.
how you kind of deal with it. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I was getting at.
I thought that's what I kind of felt that was what it was, and we do have those times when we do stumble and stuff like that. But it's what we do when we stumble. Do we stay down or do we get back up?
Yep.
And that's just like. And then also, as far as the channel goes, it's going to be the 26th. Me and Vice and John Ulrich are going to kind of do a collaboration. Like John's going to be down up there, not this Sunday, but next Sunday, and they're going to be giving away I'll be giving away a box I made, and Bike's gonna be giving away a pyrography pyrography burner, pen, wood burning pen.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
And so he hit 200, and he's giving that away, and I hit 400, and I'm giving something away. And then, like I said, 500 is going to be doing a little bit better thing. I can say that Daniel um, gave a, a box that hadn't made it yet. It's probably in the next order, and going to put it up. He told me I could put it up for um, a drawing for it, and to give away, to pay it forward. In other words. And how we do over there, we just his challenge. I like to just let it spin again. That's I get fun out of that, just like you do. And
Oh yeah, yeah, I
um,
do. And
and
well,
like they I've done. I said just spin again, and somebody put in. How did I know that you was going to say that?
I mean, it's just it is what it is, and it's um, and it's blatantly obvious how much I support Daniel and whatnot, and I like to. Uh, I've had people kind of email me, text me, or whatever, man. Why you always dropping money like that? I'm like, dude, it's free money. I win it in golf. I'm not dropping money that I can't afford to lose, and it's yeah. Can I use that $200, for whatever, or I can lose it on the course, but I win it, and it's a completely separate account. I said, it's not my everyday, what I call life account,
Yeah, Bill.
and I like to. I just happen to be lucky enough. Even my woodworking stuff, that money goes into that same account. I just happen to be lucky enough to do what I do, and then at the same time, I want to pay it forward. I want to do things like that, and it's funny because the last couple lives on Daniel's channel, everybody kept putting in daggone money, putting me on the wheel. I'm like, what the heck are you doing? I don't,
I heard about that.
I mean, it's absolutely very humbling and very appreciative. And we go on Discord, and people tell me why, and I really, really, really appreciate it. And the reason why I say, hey, spin it again is because I want that person
No, I'm
who's never
lying.
won it that puts $5 in there to win it. That's me. I love that. And
Yeah,
of course, Reno decided to start
uh,
that, and
you do it.
I got him a couple times. Hey, I got him a
That's
couple times
uh,
yesterday, and when I won that one box, I was like, well, that's Reno's, and and then Reno, oh no, Reno won, and then he gave it
okay.
away. I won a box, and then I gave it to Reno. It was funny. So yeah, that's what we do. Damn it, and there he goes, right there, Ramon. Like I said, I have a $5 donut with your name on it, man. That guy's something.
Right. And but it's just fun doing stuff like that, and everybody enjoys it. Um,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. It's really cool, and you got after a while, you're what I like to call the regulators, or the regulars, excuse me.
right.
You get to know these people and things like that, and
Exactly.
that's how I got to know you, is through there. I would have never seen Van Lot on YouTube because I'm not looking up the name. I don't know what Van Lot means. I don't know what it is, and through BV and the power of the internet, if you will, and here we are, you and me, two young strapping lads chatting, man.
There we go. And, somebody told me it's going to be a golfer and a preacher. The first scene that come to my mind when they said a golfer and a preacher was the scene off Caddyshack. Pre- Out there in the lightning storm, out there golfing.
Well, it's funny. I forgot. I think it was Lee Trevino, who was a pro golfer, of course. He said nobody uses a one iron, and I've never hit a one iron. And he says the reason is, he says, even God can't hit it. Referencing the Caddyshack thing, and that was funny. But yeah, oh yeah, it was uh,
It
it
was
was a great
hilarious.
scene. Oh man, I
And
that's funny you brought that up. It's funny to me.
like I say, it's it. And the thing about it, we got common ground on several different things. Like I've asked you questions about a wood lake, and
Hmm.
because I enjoy it. It's always been very relaxing to me to sit in front of the lay or stand in front of the lay and turn stuff. And I mean, I'm not saying I'm the best, but I turn out some great stuff at times. Like I said, that wood lay's gone now, and I've been thinking about getting back into it. And I asked you, and you gave me some very precise and good advice. And even though you weren't standing by a vice like Vice does, and it's just stuff like it we share. We got in common that we can share and talk about things. Give advice. Just help kind of point me in the right direction instead of just jumping out there and getting something cheap. Wait a month or two to get some money and go ahead and step up, like saying to like you said, a grizzly, and with the variable rate on it. So
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
what.
it's like anything else. You know, woodworking is like anything else to me. A it's a matter of growth and experience, right? If you start out and you've never woodworked before, obviously you're not going to build a humongous project. You're going to start small. You're going to start small, get used to the tools, get used to what they do. Uh, you know, a very beginner woodworker more than likely is not going to go buy a, uh, a hand plane that's the joiner hand plane. I mean that's a lot of money because that takes a minute to. You got to understand that tool. That tool is completely different than a machine. The way you tune it, the way you sharpen it, all that other stuff. But
Yeah.
hey, you know what? You can literally with a speed square and a circular saw, you can make something. That is a fact. Okay, and Daniel has shown that,
Yes.
and a drill, you know, and you can do that. But once you start making things and you figure out that okay, I really want to dive deeper into that profession, if you will, because it is a profession, whether you're a hobbyist or a professional, it's going to be a profession, and you go get a planer or a joiner or a lathe or whatever, and it was like 77 Rockets. I'm so proud of that guy in Wacky Shack when they got their lathes. 77 Rockets literally had it on his floor and was sitting on a bucket lathing. And then,
Yes.
of course, as
Mhm.
we watched him grow, you get to where you're at. Have I chunked stuff? Have I, made mistakes? Yes, of course. If I were to sit here and say no, I'd get hit by lightning. Um, and it's like anything else, the more you practice it and the more you hone in your technique, the better you get. I like to take it as kind of like when you buy a new set of chisels. You don't just start pounding wood with the chisels. You gotta tune it in. You gotta tune in the back. You gotta flip it over. You gotta tune
Right.
in the front. And the only way you do that, and it's like with woodworking, you're like a brand new tool, but you got to be honed in, you got to be tuned, and you got to be, you get that experience to the point of you can do more elaborate things and be confident in it. I am sure the first time Daniel cut hand cut dovetails like me, he was probably shaking in his boots. I was, and did my first several cuts go good? No. But did I learn from it? Yes, just like he does. And he makes some beautiful dovetails. I'm looking at a couple boxes that I got from him. And but that's that experience again. And now, when I first cut my
Oh,
first hand cut dovetail, did I go straight to
there
the
you go.
fancy smanchy big wood? No. Hey buddy, how you doing? I went straight
And,
to a piece of pine that was scrap wood, and tried it out there. That's kind of how I started. So it is, it's just like anything else, and it's, It's kind of like golf. When people come to me for a golf lesson, they're expecting to walk out of my studio and go hit 300-yard drives and shoot 7 under. I'm like, dude, that ain't happening.
No,
You
it's
know,
not.
it's just not happening. But people have that expectation of it. And, I get guys that tell me, some of my students, oh, yeah, I hit the ball 300 yards. Well, when I get them in the simulator, I'm like, well, you're about 80 yards short, my man. So I don't know if your eyesight needs to be checked or if you just made these assumptions. And trust me, when you come out of this lesson, you're still going to hit the golf ball 220 yards. You're not hitting 300-yard bombers out of here. I'm not hitting 300-yard bombers. And and I said, keep in mind, I've been playing golf since I've been like 12. I'm 57, so I got a little bit of time behind me. And I love to teach, especially kids. And in fact, I
No.
got waxed the last 2 nights for $200. $100 to one kid, special needs kid, um, who uh, lives with his mom. Of course, he's 16. Lives with his mom, special needs. Got into the golf about. He's been with me about a year, I think. So we decided to play closest to the pin. So I set up the simulator to where you have to shoot over a sand trap, like one of the hardest shots in golf. I said, I get 5 shots, you get 10. I said, whoever's closest. I said, if you're closer, you get $100. I said, if I'm closer, you wash my truck. And he was like, okay. So, I think it was my third or fourth shot up there. I was about a foot and a half from the cup. I'm like, yeah, okay, I got this. No big deal. Hey, the Dodge Ram's going to get washed this weekend. That little joker on his fourth shot dunked it like up in like a basket. Didn't bounce, just dunked it. And he
Oh
ran around
no.
the damn simulator like he just won the Masters. His mom gave him a hug, whatnot. Kid's damn near in tears. And I'm over there going to my wallet going, well, 20, 40, 60, 81. Here you go, buddy. And same thing happened to me with a 12-year-old last night. So, I got to stop playing these kids, man. They're I'm losing more money to the kids than I do to the adults on the course. It's crazy.
but like I say, it's and then the heads you've been seeing sticking here, Rich, that's my grandkids. They love
Oh,
their big
nothing wrong
daddy.
with
That's
that.
where and the first one you see, everybody's you see in the chat they're saying hey 2.0. Well, that's Big Daddy 2.0 is what he said. That's what he
There
said
you
his
go.
name is. And then of course Essie, my granddaughter, and but just like I say, it's good to see people excited about doing what you like doing and stuff. It's like with woodworking and stuff. It's good to see the young people excited about doing that, trying to learn and wanting to get better at it, and wanting to get better than you. And that's great there.
You know,
I know we I've had a bunch of people ask me to do some little how tos and as far as just setting up table saws and you know maintenance on them and stuff like that, and how to do it, finger joints and stuff. And
well, I
so
think one of the biggest, I think one of the biggest things that to me is criminal in this country. And you and I are remotely about the same age, so you're going to understand this when I say this. Some of the younger people may not. Back in my day, in junior high and high school, we had wood shop, auto auto mechanics, welding, and home ec, right?
yes,
So, and you had to select two of those. I took home ec and I took wood shop. And a lot of the guys in auto mechanics and welding and whatnot, they were laughing at me. Oh, you took home ec, you're learning how to cook and you learn how to sew stuff and this, that, and the other thing. I was like, guys, yeah, that's kind of funny. I said, how many girls are in your class? And they're like, well, none. I was like, I'm the only guy in mine. Guess what? I got a prom date, bro. And yes, I can make you some amazing cookies and I will hem your dress and go make you some, make you a table. But that's the thing, is that a lot of things like that is been taken out of the school system, and
yes,
to the point of it's you're so coddled that you should be, just because you're alive you should have a great life. Well, you got to work for your stuff, you know what I mean? And And when I see young people get into woodworking, that's why, at my simulator, when I'm doing lessons and BV's live or someone's live, I always have it up there. One, I like the distraction for them because they have to get used to that, a distraction of some sort, because it's not always quiet on the golf course. And then when I see these young kids, oh man, is that Mr. Viking? Yep. I say, yep. And, oh, is he building a box? Yep. Man, I'd like to start doing something like that. So that's cool. That's another influence over yourself
Right.
or Soldier or Timber or Rockets or whoever. And but I still think it's just criminal that they took those type of classes out of, from junior high to high school. And it's amazing to me that there are 20-year-old people up to 40-year-old people, if or even younger than that, let's say 20 to 30s. They can't even change a freaking tire.
No. And
And they can't even locate the tooling to even do it that's in their car. And it just, I mean, now I'm gonna be honest. If I'm a guy driving down the road and I see a lady on the side of the road with a flat tire, I'm pulling over. I'm gonna help her change the tire because I don't expect the lady to do it. Now, my wife can. My wife knows more about car mechanics than I do. You know, and that's fine. But it's just amazing to me that there's people that just cannot simply do the simple tire change.
right.
You know,
You know,
it's just some of the things that have been taught to me by my parents and my grandparents. It's a lost art. One thing I did do with my two girls uh, growing up is they were around guns all their lives, and they knew how to shoot
yeah,
guns, and they knew what a gun was. They knew what to not do, what to do, this, that, and the other thing. They're
right.
in their 30s right now, and they, both of them carry the whole 9 yards. It's not because they're worried about anything, but they know how to handle the weapons, and they love to go shooting. When they come visit, I go shooting with them, and
Right. That's
they
fun to
they
do.
like to hunt. They like to hunt. I taught them hunting. They like to hunt, and my oldest, she's married. The guy doesn't hunt. It's a little squeamish to him, which is okay. It's not for everybody. But he says, hey, when Audrey brings home a deer, I know it's going to be a good day on the grill. He just can't stomach it, and that's okay. It's not for everybody. But it's just teaching kids. Unfortunately, today a lot of kids are raised up on PlayStation, Xbox, and their phone. There's zero
Yes.
respect for stuff. There's zero kind of discipline, and the babysitter is YouTube, your phone, and things like that. And then people, well, I don't know why my kid's so bad. Well, it's because they were never disciplined. They were never really shown any attention, and they were never told to, you're going to put the phone down and you're going to go outside and you're going to go roll in the grass. You're going to go do something besides, video gaming and playing on your phone. And I believe that's a big problem with the way things are kind of being pushed, if you will.
And
That
also
that's my opinion.
like you showing it, they'll get on the phone and they'll just do this right. They chatting on this phone like this, That's not socializing. Socializing is talking. And but you talking about
Oh,
wood shop stuff. Yeah, I growed up with it. Like I say, I had 2 years of wood shop in seventh and eighth grade, and that shop was set up just wonderful with high dollar, high end tools. And, and we took in like we had shapers, we had planers, we had two
mhm.
big lathes and stuff, drill presses, table saws and stuff, and we learned a lot of stuff. And then got in high school, we took the I took wood shop first year and took metal shop the second year. And you was talking about home ec. Well, I took it. I decided I was going to take home ec the third year in high school. And after the first week, I got kicked out
Mm,
because my attention in home ec was like you said, that class is full of women.
Yeah.
So before the end of the first day, I had 5 or 6 new numbers wrote down to call, and the teacher
You
got mad at me.
dog.
And when I asked her for her number, she kicked me out of class. So they realized me. But hey, I'm like, you're gonna wind up with a couple of dates out of it.
Well, I mean, it is what it is, and trust me, like, and my wife is, she's Panamanian. She's a wonderful, wonderful cook. She is. She's absolutely wonderful, but she loves when I grill, and so most of the time it's me grilling because I love to do that, and she, and she makes a joke every now and then. She goes, "You only know I'm with you because you grill them steaks so good, and because she's funny, she's wide open." I was like, "Well, yeah, yeah, all that," but uh, I literally had some guys that I know that are, you know, Jesus, man. I knew one kid. I've known him for 20 years. I met him when he was 19 in a band. That dude there couldn't boil water, and I grilled
Oh
one
no.
time, and he was like, "Oh my God, man, really? Oh man, it was so good." I was like, well, "Yeah, it's called grilling, bro." And he's like, "Yeah, I've never learned." So I taught him, and now that dude's damn near a chef for Christ's sake, not because
Oh
of
my.
me, but he got into it. You know what I mean? And it's just
Well,
it's
you
kind
opened
of
the door
cool.
for
Yeah, exactly. That's what you do. You open up the door and you kind of just same time you can open up the door. Some people don't want to step through that over that threshold, and
right.
then you just kind of escort them over it, and then all of a sudden they you know they love it or hate it, one or the other. But and because it's fun
But
because
at least they
now,
tried
like,
it.
yeah, now it's funny because when we we'll have a party at his house or whatever, it's a matter of we play rock paper scissors shoot who's going to grill. And I don't care if I do, even though it's his house or whatever, or vice versa. But that's cool, and it's and he has a very strict rule about his kids on, when I say strict, he's not like tyrant, but kids come home, they have a routine. They're to do their homework first and foremost, and do their chores, and then of course, by the time all that's done, it's right around dinner time. They do dinner time, and they sit down for about an hour, and they literally break out like Monopoly or Uno, like a board game, family time, no phones, no nothing. You're not even allowed
All
to
right.
look at it. And then after that, okay, hey, for the next hour you can go play video games, do what you want to do before you go to bed. And his kids are just absolutely awesome. I love them kids. But he was like, dude, I don't want them to be raised by Xbox. I said, man, I get you.
Amen.
Hmm. It's like my granddaughter. She's got some issues, if you will. She's um, I don't want to. Oh golly, Moses, I forgot what it is. I don't believe in that. I personally don't believe in the ADHD thing because they just want to give you Ritalin. But she she's not autistic, but it's like a level down. Maybe I think it's called Asperger's or something. And
Okay.
so she had some really bad focus issues for a while, and she got into drumming, right, like playing drums. And so you know my son and his wife, they got her into lessons. And let me tell you, man, she would prefer to be sitting down behind a drum set because I bought her an electronic kit so it's not so loud at the house that she can play with her earphones on. She would rather do that than sit and play video games. I mean, she literally practices 2, 3 hours a day, and
All right.
you know, and Jose Miguel and Mary, they're like, man, it's the best thing in the world. And she's what, 9, and I mean, she's playing like she'll send me videos of her like, hey, you know, uh, you know, hey Papa, look at this, and it's like she's playing drums to like like Guns N' Roses or AC/DC or something. And, I mean, it's on time. And being a musician, I know what it is, and she does wonderful with it. I'm really proud of her, and and she's actually gotten better in school. She's not uh, she's more attentive. She's doing better grade wise, things like that, because she has something that she loves to do that lets her focus on something, and that's the, if you will, the quote punishment if she's in trouble is like, okay, you can't play your drums tonight, and oh
Oh
man, that
no.
tears her up. Oh, that tears her up. Yeah, don't threaten her with that. So she you know, she does good. And again, I'm not saying that they're expecting her to be an A+ student, but she went from kind of the D level, she's up into the B's and A's, and
Oh,
you know, risk reward kind of thing. It's freaking wonderful, man. She's doing real well. It's almost like it's a different kid. To me, I love her regardless. She comes here and visits me, I spoil the shit out of her, and I give her back to the parents and say, okay, get out of my house.
no.
That's how you're supposed to do it, man.
That's what we're called grandparents instead of just parents. We able to take them
Yes.
and spoil them and get them all wound up. Here, you take them back.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You better believe that, man. And it is what it is. And
But I heard the
hey,
way you was
hey,
talking
hey,
about your granddaughter.
hey, Woodchuck. Hey, real quick, Woodchuck Khalib. It's
Okay.
not that I don't believe in ADHD. It's just that I believe that a lot of it's misdiagnosed in order for you to be put on Ritalin. I'm sorry if I misspoke on that. I'm not trying to say that it isn't a thing. And I hear what you're saying. And if I offended you on that part, I'm truly sorry. It's just that I believe that a lot of people, quote, ADD, ADHD, they're just whoop, you know, right up there. Here's your Ritalin, go away, and it's not treated correctly, if that makes sense. And again, if I offended you, I'm truly sorry. I just saw the thing on there, and
Okay.
again, I
I got that.
I don't want to offend anybody
Like I
like
said,
that.
well, I understand Caleb because Caleb he does wood carving stuff, so he has to be focused and he's able to do that. So yes, it is different on that level. But like you said right there, your granddaughter got focused in on the drums, and it kind of taught her to, how to you know put stuff in order and stuff lined up. She's because she's practicing, and then it applies on into other parts of her life. I understand
Yeah,
that, you're saying there.
yeah, exactly. It's well, at the same time, um, going back to being raised by TV or Xbox or whatever, your parents have got to, the parents of some of these kids that, when they're, quote, okay, it's ADHD, here's Ritalin. Okay, the parents are like, okay, it's solved. There you go. We don't, there it is. And well, I still don't understand why the kid's acting that way. Well, um, you got to get involved even more so if there's something that children are not a convenience. You decided to have children, now you have a responsibility for the rest of your life, not until they're 18 and move out. They're yours for the rest of your life, and whatever
Right.
issues or whatever you have, you are a part of that, and you need to understand it and learn how to deal with it, learn how to deal with it in the best way possible to ensure your children are. I would like to think that my daughters, as and I've always wanted them to do way better than me. And my one daughter is a neurosurgeon. My other one's an attorney. Did way better than me. I ain't gonna lie. Um, and I was always a part of their life. And me and when I say baby mama, that's not in a bad thing. It's just me and her weren't compatible living together, but we're like almost best friends. And in fact, she's really good friends with my wife. So, and my wife
Oh,
loves my daughters just as much as if they were hers. So that's a good thing. And we're always, talking and things like that. So, as a parent, you always want your kids to succeed, you know, better than you have, but you have to be involved in that. You can't just say, well, okay, well, they're diagnosed with that, and doctor said this. Well, the doctor ain't living with you and the kids.
Well, that's like Caleb just said. It, he don't believe in putting on kids on medication to start with, and
Uh-huh.
he says they need to look themselves first. And I think it's what like you're saying right there. We're we're not saying ADHD is not a real thing, but you know, it's like Caleb said, don't just put a child, don't turn them into a zombie by putting them on medication when they
Yes.
don't
And
need. Let them themselves first. Let them find themselves like Caleb's talking about. You know, and then if they really got it, they do. The medicine will work correctly. Then if they don't have it, I've seen side effects for it. I've seen people take that
yeah,
Ritalin just for high off of.
yeah, and then there's what's that other one? I think there's Ritalin, and then there's what I don't know,
Uh, um,
Adderall,
mm-hmm. Adderall.
and
I've seen people get
and
tore up in the floor.
well, I've heard people like will purposely go in to claim and I think it's also used for ADHD. I think, and will claim it just to get it because they're like, yeah, man, it's like meth. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you, dude? Yeah,
Yes, well,
it ain't quite meth, but it's like it's like it does it. I'm like, man, and there's people that will get the medication and then turn around and sell it.
I hate when my
And I'm
car
like,
goes
okay,
like that.
so you went in there with a fake thing to get medication to become a drug dealer. I says, man, I don't want nothing to do with you. You know?
Right, and that's a lot of times what they'll do. And but anyway, I tell you what, um, Richard, we got a lot of people out here that's talking and stuff. I think we've missed a lot of questions. And
Okay, well,
let's
hey,
give some of our um ask any of my members, any of my channel subscribers would like to ask Moyock a question here.
absolutely. I
About
would
woodworking.
love.
He gives some good golf tips too now.
I think the is Mr. I don't think. Yeah, fearless. You're absolutely right. Stephen, I think doctors should have to wear the patches on their sponsors. Yeah, soldier. I believe that too. I don't mind, but those pills are powerful. Uh, yeah, yeah. What is a Moyock scorpion?
Okay, that's a good question there now. Explain that one more, y'all.
Oh, well, it's funny if you see my little symbol. It's it looks
Yes,
like a
that's
crawdad. Okay, and people are like, man,
right.
that's a crawdad, it's a scorpion. There is years ago, uh, some obviously a family moved in from probably a big city. When it rains here, uh, there's crawdads all over the place, and it had a heavy rain, and this lady had a yard full of crawdads, and she was out there filming them because she's never seen a crawdad, and
Oh my
she's
goodness.
like, she's like, what the hell are these things? She goes, are these scorpions? And on the Moyock, North Carolina Facebook page, it was like, oh yeah, yeah, that's called the Moyock scorpion, and it's become a legend of the thing. And I happened to pick up on it, Moyock Scorpion Woodworks. I'm surprised nobody did that. And that's how I picked up on it. That's why it's a crawdad on my thing, because the lady thought that these crawdads were scorpions. And
Well,
Moyock is
kind of
the town I live in, North Carolina.
it's kind of funny because sitting right beside me is this right here.
What is it?
I do crawfish.
Oh, Ricky,
My son got
Ricky,
a couple pounds.
Ricky, been the shop. What got you into that you love
I
golf?
Ricky beef.
Ricky, I got into woodworking back when I was in seventh grade. It was a shop class when I was middle school, and seventh, eighth, I did wood shop. We had a choice between wood shop, metal shop, automotive, and home ec. You had to pick two, so I picked wood shop and home ec, and I did that all the way up through high school. And at the same time, I played golf in middle school, high school, and at that time, just I just wasn't cut out for college, and then I went into the military. So that's how I got into woodworking, and I do both. When I'm not teaching, I'm in the shop. When I'm teaching, obviously I'm teaching, and I love teaching.
Um, so I'm like you. I enjoy teaching stuff too, and sharing stuff with people. Like I didn't go to college and myself, and I could have. I had a both a scholastic college scholarship and also a football scholarship too, and we didn't take them because I don't know if y'all. I know you'll remember it more. Y'all the movie Animal House.
Yep.
Well, I would have been John Belushi. That's just
Oh
all it is.
no.
My dad was kind of upset because they didn't take the free ride, and I told him, I said, Daddy, I said, I like, all I'm gonna do is leave a tape recorder in there, listen to that, and pass the test, ain't I? And stay drunk the rest of the time. They tore up from the floor for the rest of the time.
Hey, thank you, Matt. I appreciate that, and I don't ever ask for it, but yeah, thank you for the compliment. But yeah, just college wasn't my gig, and people are like, how come you didn't play collegiate golf? Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. In high school, I sucked. I you know I just wasn't that good, and it is what it is. So that was just something I got into a little bit more. Uh, what do you call it? I got into more as I was in the Navy. When I got out of the Navy, I just really kind of pinged on it, and I've been doing woodworking forever. So um, sometimes I get frustrated in the shop, and then okay, guess what? Take your frustrations out on the golf ball. You want to hit something, hit a golf ball. And that's what I did. So there it is. Moyock, Ether's hubbing. Ricky been in the shop. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Carlos boy Tobias wants to join the military when he gets old enough. Nothing wrong with it. I would say if he does, there's two ways, obviously, to go about it. You can go to college and go in as an officer. If he goes in enlisted, pick a rate that is going to give you a job when you get out. Um, I'm just saying. Uh, Nothing wrong with being a boatswain mate, learning how to tie knots, paint ships, and things like that. But it's kind of tough when you get out for a job. But if you go in as like a crypto tech, trust me, you'll be picked up like that in a minute, or an
Yeah,
IT guy nowadays, a welder, things like that. And I honestly believe trade school is the best way to go, vice college. The way colleges are teaching kids nowadays that liberal arts degree. Okay, I don't even know what that means. You know what that means to me? Nothing. But
that
you know
means you
what?
ain't.
Hey,
That means you don't have a college degree working at Starbucks.
yeah,
But
but hey, my daughter went
who was
through.
that question?
She went to college. She went to medical school and whatnot. And like I said, she's a neurosurgeon. My other one went to college and law school. She's an attorney. Pick the path that's going to, if you go college, pick a path that's going to actually mean something when you walk out, because you're going to rack up a huge debt to the college, which I think is really unfair. I think college
Yes.
loans are predatory. Uh, I get that you have to pay it back, but here's the thing, okay? You give these student athletes a free ride, and then they get their NIH money now. Okay, they're millionaires in there. They don't get a scholarship no more. Okay, as soon as you're NIH, okay, dude, you can pay for your schooling, and because you might go to the NFL or in Major League Baseball, whatever the case may be. I get the scholarship thing, but at the same time, now with I think it's called name, image, likeness, NIL. I think that's what it's called. Name, image, likeness, whatever. They get paid, and I mean, there's some kids running around with Rolls Royces and Lamborghinis on college campus that are 18, 19 years old. Well, okay, you can
Goodness.
afford to buy that because you're an idiot, then you can pay for your college, but
Right.
I digress. It is what it is.
Well, Blake asked the preacher a question. He said, "What
Thanks,
position
soldier.
do you play in football?" Well, I played
Yeah, what?
defensive and offensive tackle, and some nights
Big
played
money.
with that'd be the Iron Man. Played the whole 4 quarters, but it was fun. And the reason I like football so much above baseball, and I played baseball too, but I like football, and the reason I liked it so much when that ball got high, you was hitting somebody. Somebody was fixing to get hit. And that's what I just enjoyed the brutality about it, I guess. I don't know. I probably enjoyed it a little too much sometimes.
So,
Um,
and what is that? What do they call it in football when you really smash somebody good? Is it called pancaking?
yes.
So how many
Um,
pancakes you got in your back pocket, bro?
Quite a few of them. And I tell you one, I got a 15-yard penalty for a device I had on me. I shouldn't have had. So I had forearm pads. And up under the forearm pad was a broom handle. We cut down to fit up in there. And you bring it right up under somebody's chin, your forearm right up under somebody's chin with that broom handle. Yeah, you got his attention.
Oh man, that's kind of like what do boxers call it when they put the plaster of Paris in their gloves? That's kind of a little bit of cheating there, my man. But
Yeah,
it,
it is.
it ain't cheating unless you're caught, right?
That's right. Because they done it too. The other team done it too. And
I hear you.
and the reason I done it that night because the team we was playing had done got me the year before the first game of the year got me clotheslined me with one of them broom handles. So I was gonna get him back.
Mm,
And then
yes.
um but I enjoyed playing football and stuff. We wore you wore your white jerseys at home on home games. And you always wanted to have blood on your jersey. When you really did, because blood on the jersey means you've been out there, really hustling and stuff, and everybody looked at you, and yeah, but when and that red jersey, you couldn't see the blood quite as good. Nobody liked wearing red
Yeah,
jerseys.
yeah. That's what was that in that movie? Almighty, geez, Louise, what did they call that guy? Uh, all red. And it was hilarious. Ryan Reynolds, I think, was the actor. I forgot the name of that dang gone movie because the blind lady said, "Hey, hey, hey, wear red, you dumbass! You can't see the blood," or something like that. Daggone it, I forgot the name of the daggone, and I've seen it a couple times. And
Hmm.
Deadpool, yes, thank you, fearless, thank you. Oh, by the way, you and your family and your dad are in my prayers, my man. Absolutely,
Yes,
every night. Yep. And
definitely got
that's
early here.
mm, man, I hate that for you and the family. I really do. So
And
so what was your jersey number, man? Did you have like a favorite one, or were you just given a number and you just ran with it?
I, I started out with 32 and went all the way through all 4 years with 32.
So it was just given to you. You didn't pick it.
They just handed it to us, each one of us, and so I kept mine because I was used to it, and other ones would change. Whoever was the player of the in the NFL, they they want to have their number on and stuff. Me, I just like my 32.
Yeah. Okay.
And one night, me and a fella got in a fight out there, and he pulled his helmet off. I'm thinking he did not do this, so I couldn't help but do what I did. I clocked him, busted his lip open and stuff, which of course 15 yards, not unfortunate like plays and stuff, unfortunate what it was. But he pulled his helmet off. I paused for a second when he pulled his helmet off and throwed it on the ground. Now, I can understand if you're fixing to use it for a weapon. I looked at him. I said, he's got to be stupid. I went into him and just like I say, got clocked him a good couple times, and I didn't take my helmet off. No.
Yeah, no, no. Caleb, that's awesome, man. Actually, my wife being Panamanian, she loves soccer, or what she calls football, and every time we watch it, of course, I still don't know Spanish, but we have to watch it on the Spanish channel, and to me, it is more entertaining listening to them guys, even though I can't understand a freaking word they say,
But you,
but how excited they are and whatnot, and it makes the game even that much more wonderful to me. And but I do love soccer, but she'll say it's football, but you know how it is.
yeah, my son wore 14 because Atlanta Braves first baseman and Andreas
Oh, Galarraga.
Galarraga.
Yeah. So Van, what is right now with because there's so many different techniques in woodworking. What is your favorite thing to do? Is it is it spinning wood on the lathe? Is it just making boxes, making crosses? I've seen some of your crosses; they're really nice, and something like that. Is there like a niche that is like your absolute favorite?
But I'd like to get back to doing my wood layer stuff. But, hey, you just got to get the funds right and get the one like me and you was talking about. It's not going to be the top
Yeah,
of the line, but it's not going to a lower line. Something I can
yeah,
that I stay with. For a while and be comfortable with. I'd like to be doing. I'd like to do some turning again, and also, but I just like doing different things, especially um. We got, well, I got a well, I don't. My daughter and my my youngest daughter and my tallest daughter have got a couple of markets coming up, and they want me to build stuff for them to sell. So they want some crosses. They want just bunch of things. My tallest daughter does photography and all, and she can look out through that field through your yard, and she can find something. She can see it laying out there and takes a picture of it, and it looks beautiful. Me, I'd step on it, and wouldn't even think about it. But she wants me to make some frames for her. I got an idea, putting a zebra wood and with a purple heart inlay in it around these pictures,
yeah.
these frames. I think that'll look good. And I also do what is it?
Hey,
How you
hey,
say
hey,
it?
don't mean to cut you off. Hey, Blake family. We really appreciate it. I hope you and everybody stay safe. Stay safe.
Yes.
Have your. Sorry, Van. I didn't mean to
Lord,
interrupt you, man. But I wanted to
that's
let
no
Blake
problem.
know before he got cut off.
Blake, we're us brother, and right now, just Lord, we just ask you to that you are in control of the storm and protect the ones in the path of it. For it's in the precious name of Jesus we pray this. Amen. But
Amen.
now I'm bad about stopping.
Hey, let me tell you
and
what. I got to go to the bathroom real quick. I'm not taking my camera in there, obviously, but I'll be right back. But keep talking. I got you up in the earbuds.
all right, brother.
Oh,
Okay, we'll see you in just a
I've
minute.
always said you always said you only drink beer.
Well, how y'all enjoy um collaboration between me and Moyock so far. Sound off out there. Um,
I talk a lot, so I'm probably boring the bejesus out of everybody.
yeah, Caleb, Caleb, you got a good idea. Make sure you hit the mute button too.
Oh, damn it. Sorry. Yeah, yeah. Whoops. Hey, at least I didn't bring the right. uh, sorry, Caleb.
But I want to get a couple of shout outs right now. Two
You okay,
good
big boy?
friends. Uh, Um, first, I want I got two producers to help with this. The first one, my first producer that got it all done up, which was Bice from Bice Family Trees, Zach Bice, Zachary, or whatever you want to call him. I call him Bice all the time. And
Yep.
he was here on the phone when me and you first got on, and then
Yep.
also he was ready to come in here and help too. So they
Yep.
both give remind a lot of behind the scene helping too. But Bice, I just want to give them two a big shout out for all the things they do.
Oh man,
And
absolute rock stars, man. Absolute rock stars. And
mm-hmm,
again, it's the way this community is growing and whatnot, and we can do things like this, and you have people that are willing to help you, and you know, like I said, I've always been the most internet stupid guy on the planet, and I have people that help me with that, and that's awesome, and I appreciate it. And hey, Vice Ramon, love you guys, rock stars, along with everybody else.
right, every one of them here. Because without them listening to us, we wouldn't have no need of being on there to start with.
Well, if they weren't listening to us, they'd actually be doing something productive instead of listening to me,
Unless,
rant and rave. So, let me ask you this. A lot of woodworkers, they have a certain type of wood they love to work with. Daniel is really into the Claro walnut, which I kind of am too. I like walnut too. What is your favorite one that's like your uh, go-to wood? If you could only pick one
oh,
wood on the planet to work with ever again, what would be that guy?
oh my goodness! I just started putting with some
Yeah,
zebra wood. Yeah, you know,
yeah, zebra wood's beautiful.
I really like it. I did the Claire Walnut. I like it, and
Uh-huh.
the oh my goodness, curly maple.
Mm. I will say if I had to, uh, I love color contrast. Like I'm a huge walnut maple color contrast guy. I think the darkness of the
Right,
walnut with the whiteness of the maple, it's just a great combination. You can't fail with it. You almost have to
right.
purposely try and make it look bad. Um, but if I had to, go, man, okay, only one wood in the world I'm only ever allowed to work with. I'm a huge figured maple guy. It could be either flame maple or curly maple. I love both of them. And if that's the only one I could work with, I'd probably choose that because the cool part about the maple is you could put a nice amber color on it and, really bring out the grain, if you will, or even with a clear. But it's just, and it's so amazingly stable, just like other woods. But if that's the only thing I could work with, maple would be my guy.
I enjoy maple a lot myself. Like I say, especially you figured maple. It's just and it's like I say, it's a very it kind of but in other words, it doesn't have all that twisting and stuff like that with it. It's pretty
Yeah,
stable.
it's a.
It's
Oh
very
yeah,
stable
absolutely,
wood.
man. I got a piece in here. Let me see. Do I still have a piece hanging up over there? Let me see. I don't know. Oh, here it is. I mean, pardon my stop here, but here's a piece here. Let me get a little bit of here just to give you. Now I haven't planed this or sanded it, and I do I have? Darn, I thought I had a little bucket of water in here. But to give you an idea, I want to switch my. Well, I better not switch my camera around. I'll probably hang up on you by accident. But like, can you see this?
What
You
you
see
got
that
there?
there? That's a piece of flayed maple right there.
Oh man, yes.
And
Uh-huh.
and I haven't even, and that's raw. That's not even sanded, planed, or nothing yet. And I already know that that's going to be
Hmm.
pop like crazy
Oh,
because
that's not
and
even plain.
what's that?
That's not been planed yet.
No, no, that's raw right
If
from the
it's
mill.
popping like that, it's gonna look like when you get it to that area. Fair to
Oh
say,
yeah,
man, Moyock, you see, comment.
yeah. It's going to be it's going to be one, and that's going to be a face frame to some of my built-ins that I'm doing around the house because I'm getting my house ready to sell because I'm getting ready to move to Panama here in the next couple months, and you know, I'm finishing up a big built-in in the front room and in the laundry room, but that's going to be literally the face frame to all mahogany cabinetry in there. So, and
Oh,
again, it's another
that's
dark
gonna
wood
be
with the light. Yeah, I think I think it's gonna pop, and fearless. I'm sorry. I just saw
He
that.
said he
I
liked
like to
Purple
bring.
Heart.
Oh, Purple Heart. Oh man, Purple Heart is. I love Purple Heart. Purple Heart and Osage or Osage Orange. They're
Right.
great woods. The only thing about them is that they can brown out on you, and unless you know how to treat it to try and retain the color, because eventually UV light will brown it out. It is what it is. Nowadays, with the technology, with the LED light bulbs, you ain't got to worry about it too much as long as you don't set it next to a window where the sunlight hits it. But Purple
Exactly.
Heart is amazing. It is just amazing wood. Um, And again, the only bad thing for Purple Heart with me in my experience is anytime I use an oil type finish, which I love, like a Rubio's or whatever, it browns it out right off the bat. I mean, it just really takes it out of there, and you got to use a good clear on it. And that's why I love ingrain on plywood. Yeah, yeah, but Purple Heart's an amazing wood, and there's just like the Osage Orange, it's an amazing wood, but I have had issues with it just browning out on me, and I think it's because I haven't worked with it so a lot, and I haven't really researched it a lot to try and keep that color. Because when you first get a Purple Heart thing, oh my God, it's beautiful, and then all of a sudden it browns out, and then people are like, dude, what the hell happened here? And trying to explain the
Yeah.
science to people sometimes is they don't want to hear it, especially if they bought the thing from you. I've never sold anything that's Purple Heart or Sagey Orange only because I know it browns out, and I know eventually it can do that because, to be honest, I don't work with it enough, and I don't have enough education on there to keep it that color so it lasts for a long time. And like I said, the second you put an oil finish on it, man, it's done. And that's my experience now. Fearless, you might be like, hey man, I keep my purple thing all the time, and
Mhm.
um, I know how to do it, and I would love to learn it, man. And wait, Stain must be have green. I like to break up the colors. I'm sorry, I'm reading comments here on the birdhouse. Fearless, I need to see these birdhouses, my man. I do. Let me see some. Do I even?
That right there,
Nope.
Moyock.
What's that?
There's his brand he wanted me to show you. That's on the lid of his birdhouse. And I think, let me see. That's one. That's a couple of his birdhouses he just sold.
Oh, nice. That's like the almost like the old school birdhouses. Uh, now
Right.
the light's reflected on your camera. It doesn't have a perch, right? Does it? Is it just a
No, it
straight
doesn't have
hole right in
bird.
there?
Right. Just a
Yeah,
just for blue. I think bluebird.
yeah. Because I've heard if you have a little perch on there, like some people like to put the little stick for the perch. I heard that predatory birds will land on that and like screw that up. I don't know how true that is. I don't build birdhouses, but Fearless, you would know more about that than me. I heard you're not supposed to put a perch on it. Is that correct? 'Cause I would really love to know the answer to that one because, and again, I've never built a birdhouse in my life. It's just that I've always told don't put a perch on there because they say predatory birds can attack the little guys or whatever the case may be.
Sure, it could.
I mean, I
I
I
never
don't
thought
know.
about that. You see, you do. I do notice that on some birdhouses you do see a perch and some you don't.
Yeah, I was just curious. Somebody that does a lot of birdhouses. Correct, no perch due to predator. Oh, okay. Yeah,
Okay, Greg had it.
Minnesota Maker. Greg. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I've heard that too. Okay. Because me, I'm thinking, okay, a birdhouse. Hey, maybe the bird wants to hang out in the front like a porch, and you have a little perch there. And then as I kind of got into it, I've heard kind of both, but I've heard a lot of don't put a perch on it because you're evidently birds are predators to other birds, and they'll come in there and oh hey, thanks for the landing spot. Now I'm gonna screw your life up.
Right.
Ah, Frank Green, how you doing, buddy?
See,
Birdhouses do not have okay as they allow predators like oh I see. And then he said cats and raccoons. Okay, cavity nesting birds such as blue. Oh, okay. Tree swallows do not need a perch to enter. They cling. Wow. Okay. Well, you know what, man? I learned something from Fearless. Hey, thank you very much. That is awesome. That is awesome, and I didn't even think about cats and raccoons and or squirrels or whatever.
hey,
Very
Frank Green.
interesting. So, well, see, there we go. We have a resident expert here that gave us an explanation. That's awesome. 'Cause I ain't
That's
gonna
what you
lie, I was
call.
gonna, if I would have made one, I was gonna put a perch on that damn thing, and next thing you know, everybody's evicted out of my birdhouse, and I'm wondering why no one's there.
You're right.
I guess I need to knock the
I
perches off the.
just seen it back in the day and stuff. Um, I said I need to
Yes,
knock the
sir.
perches off the ones he built. I didn't know. I didn't know
Hey,
that.
hey, Bryce. Like I said, I've kind of heard a little bit more no perch versus some with, and then Fearless, who obviously builds way more birdhouses than I ever have, and he knows his stuff. So he gave us an education on that, as far as I'm concerned. Jeremy Day, how you doing?
Good to see you here, Jeremy. Um, let's
So
see.
Van Lot, what is hey Dennis, what is the one tool in your shop that you absolutely love that is not electrical?
It is not electrical.
Uh-huh. Hand tool.
Let's see.
Biceps funny.
Um,
Putting you on the
the
spot, my
one
man.
tool. You did. The one tool in my shop that's not electrical I like to use. Um, I'd say my pool saw. I like using it. Just, when you're doing dialing and stuff like that, it just makes it it's easier. I don't know why I like that one, but it do.
I was going to say my pull saw, which is my dovetail saw. Uh,
Right. Huh?
that is. I wouldn't give that thing up for anything in the world because I can make a ton of stuff with that alone. And
You can't.
oh, fearless. Hold on. Okay, if you want a truly bluebird house, you want a rectangular hole. Why is that, fearless? Why rectangular? What's the difference between a circle one and a rectangular one being it's an entry point? That's very. I've never heard that, so I would love to hear the answer to that. A rectangular hole versus a regular. Wow.
I don't guess I've ever seen a birdhouse made with a
Uh,
rectangle hole.
I've never seen one.
I hadn't either. I don't think. If I had, but I believe you. I believe I'd remember it because that'd be odd. Oh, sparrows hate it.
So, I mean, a sparrow can actually tell the difference between a rectangle and a circular or hole entrance to a house. They're a lot smarter than I thought they were, to be honest with you, if that's the case.
Okay, Todd won't ask a question here. Fearless. What brand pool saw do you recommend? It's decent.
My dovetail saw is a Veritas, so it's expensive. Um, there's also the Japanese pull saws, which are freaking wonderful. The Japanese, I find Japanese tools to be absolutely wonderful. I already had my dovetail saw, which is a pull type, not a push type.
Right.
And I do have some Japanese saws that are pull types. Um, uh, you don't have to go expensive like the Veritas. You can get a really
No.
nice Japanese uh, type pull saw. You can get them for like Woodcraft for like 50, $60, I think. Um,
Yeah,
maybe a little bit more, a little bit less.
um, myself, it's, I'm trying to think what the brand it is that I do use. It's oh my goodness, what
I think
I
Fearless
can't.
sent you something, man. I'll be right back.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm just getting a beer.
all right,
I love my beers. Hey, Cameron.
but the one I like is it's on oh my goodness, I want to say I got it from Rockler, and it just fits good in your hand. That's one thing you got to do. But even a cheap pole saw, pull saw, uh, they still fit good in your hand. It feels comfortable. But as far as
Yeah, I
keeping them,
mean, you can have the best you can have the most top of the line quote money wise tool. It doesn't matter what it is, and if it just doesn't feel right in your hands, because that's the first thing that contacts the tool is your hands. If anything else contacts the tool,
right?
you're not doing it right. I'm just saying you're not doing it right. Um, and like I said, you can have the most top of the line, let's say pull saw. Let's use that as an example. If it don't just doesn't feel right to where you have that control, uh, it's worthless. Because my favorite hand tool is my 40 cal handheld Wireless hole punter. Hey, Matt. I'm a 45 guy myself, but I can respect the 40 cal. I like my hole punters too. House sparrows generally don't hate bluebird houses. In fact, they are highly aggressive compares
That,
that frequently try to take them over. However, specific rectangle or shallow designs like the Overson PV box or slotted box are less attractive to them.
you see that birdhouse right there? Fairly,
Yeah, wow, that
Richard,
is absolutely completely different than a birdhouse I've ever seen. That's really
right
smart, man.
in the slots at the
Because
top of it. Fairly's just sent
yeah.
that.
Wow,
I've
man,
never seen
fearless,
one though.
fearless. That is very educational and very awesome. And thank you very much for educating me. I can tell you that.
Right. I agree with you on that one. Um,
Well, I didn't even know until a guy that I know, and I'm not a big duck hunter. I haven't hunted ducks in my life ever, but evidently there's people that build duck boxes, is what they call them. And I was just like, what? And they kind of explained it to me. I was like, wow, I didn't know that either. That I never thought a duck would go into a kind of a, it's like a birdhouse for a duck, is what it is. I was like,
right.
man, I never heard of that. But that was kind of
We've got
interesting. But a lot of duck hunters have them out there to help bring them in. They nest, they do their thing, and I can kind of see it. It's a protective environment, because ducks are very family oriented and they're protective, just like especially them Canadian geese. And things will fly at you because they're assholes. But pardon my language, but it is what it is. And but I never heard of a duck box until and that was like a couple of years ago. And I've been in quote the sportsman paradise for forever, but I just never duck
oh
hunted,
man.
never had any interest in it. So when I heard that, I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" And then they showed it to me. You know,
Was
Flywood,
I can
what's up,
remember when
buddy?
you go duck hunting, you kill as many as you wanted to. Then it got to where you only kill. You got point system, and now it's got to where you're gonna kill. You know, you go out there and spend all that money on ducks, and you can't bring but two birds back. No,
Well, my
read
thing
that.
is, as a hunter, um, my thing is, my motto's always been, if you kill it, you grill it. Show the animal respect, and because Mother Nature is allowing you to harvest something, you better respect it. Uh,
Oh
we
yeah,
have where I'm at, we have the largest population of black bear in the country. I get them in my backyard all the time. I don't hunt bears. I don't like bear meat. I've had it. I don't like it. When they're in my backyard, I try to get them to carry their ass. I do have a 500 mag out here in case I have to shoot it, which I don't want to. I've only had to pop a round off maybe once or twice, and as soon as they hear the gun, they haul ass because they're a little skittish. But it's like ducks. I've had duck before. I don't like it, as in like a dinner. That's why I don't hunt it. So, I love my deer, my caribou, my elk, bighorn sheep, those things. Yes, I'll go after them all the time. But,
mm-hmm.
I just don't. And I know people that go duck hunting. Oh, well, I killed, 9 birds. Great. Well, when you having dinner? Well, I'm not having dinner. I'm like, what do you mean? Oh, no, I don't eat them. I'm like, oh, dude, you suck. you know.
Oh,
And
I agree with you. If you're gonna kill it, eat it.
yeah, I mean, give it the respect, and it is what it is. So and just
I've
people
never.
hunting for the pure sport of it, just to quote, oh man, I killed it. Well, okay, great. Yes, do I want that 8, 10, 12 point buck? Of course I do. Uh, and if I happen to get it, then great. Then that doesn't mean I'm just gonna have the head mounted and just be done with it. I'm going to do something with it,
No,
or or I'm going to, when I lived in Texas, we had a really bad. 'Cause I lived on a ranch in Texas with my stepdad, and we had a really bad feral hog problem where we would go out there. It was literally 10 of us. We're out there with ARs, man, and we're smoking 20, 30, 40 pigs at a time because they're absolutely devastating, and they're not natural animals. We would process them. We'd call the sheriff because we can't eat all the bacon, if you will. We'd call the sheriff, and we were giving away, I mean, hundreds of pounds of, fresh pork to needy families, and the sheriff knew who all the needy families were. We didn't want them to come and shake our hand or whatever. Hey, man, we wanted you
Right.
to eat, and we would do that, and they still do it to this day. And I think my stepdad told me a couple of weeks ago. I mean, they took down 212 of them. I mean, and that was, I was like, God Almighty, that's a big herd, way bigger than normal. He's like, yeah. He says, man. He said, dude, um, we had the sheriff actually, because where the ranch is, there's only like there's the sheriff and one deputy. They literally had to call in two other county sheriffs to come help out with. We had so much food to give away, and which made me feel good. Made me feel good. But same time, it's respected. They weren't just killing it and just letting it sit there for the vultures to eat. So that's
Right.
kind of neat.
You know,
Hunter for the
and that's
hungry
why
is a thing. Oh, that's nice, Blake. That is cool.
a couple of farmers right here, what they'll do, they trap them, and then when they get ready to go
Yep.
out there and kill them, they'll make sure they'll tell the labor and stuff like that. And if you know anybody wants one, tell them get over here. We're fixing to drop them today at lunchtime. People they'll come over there, load a couple of, and back each vehicle, and they'll take them, and go get them processed and stuff. But they just don't want.
Yep.
They have to kill because they are devastating to the crops. They really are.
Yep. Oh
They
yeah.
tear up.
Hey,
Man,
hey, doing a lot. Frank Green has a question for you, buddy. It just says, "I have
all
a
right, what you
question for
got
the
there?
preacher man."
What you got, Frank?
Oh, Blake. Oh, Blake. Yes.
There he is.
Was he a
Was
was he a
Jesus? Was he a carpenter or born by a carpenter? Was he born? Was he a carpenter's child, son? Um, way it tells Jesus did do carpentry work. We don't know. We don't have a lot of information on his growing up, stuff like that. We have him when he's 12 years old, um, and we have him when he comes into his ministry at 30. But in between there, I was just, hey, but he did come from a background of carpenter work. He was pretty good, in pretty good shape and stuff, well built and stuff, because they didn't have any kind of power tools back there except human power.
Wait a minute. You mean he didn't have a DeWalt 735X planer?
No, he did not.
Yeah. I kid. I
That's
kid.
really, I
Yeah,
know.
I got to throw that
But,
in.
but he
Yeah,
gave
Matt's
man enough
out
sense to,
there. Yeah, from the
and he
comment,
gave
Matt's
Israel
out
enough.
there doing Rambo. He's doing Rambo with a damn hunting knife and you know fighting hogs.
Oh, we got some guys up here that do it. And here about 2 years ago, they killed a hog. The hog weighed over 800 pounds.
Oh
They,
my
and
God, that's a big one.
they got like a 12 or 14-inch blade they use. The dogs take them down and they go in there and stab them.
Well, I mean, my dog is the dog I have. It's a Dogo Argentino, and it was some people don't know what that is. It's a basically it's a Mastiff pit bull, if you will. They're Majority of them, like 99% of them, are all white. They're huge. They're absolutely stupid loyal. They're absolutely fearless, and they're hunters. They go after wild hogs. They will fight them. They will kill them. They are so protective that, like in Argentina, there's stories where, and I've seen it on YouTube, where a mountain lion was hunting the family's kids, and that dog went out there, and that dog got messed up pretty bad. He's scarred up real bad in the muzzle, but he killed the mountain lion. These dogs, zero fear, and my guy
Yeah, they
here,
won't.
he's quiet. He don't bark, and he only understands Russian because that's how I taught him, and but he's the biggest baby. He swears he's the size of a chihuahua, and he's 130 pounds. And I'm like in bed, and he loves to lay right next to me, and sometimes just like lay off me. I'm like, dude, you weigh as much as I do. Get off me, you know. And I tell you what, man, playing around with my wife, sometimes, and guys, man, wife walks by, you slap him on the butt. Well, I did that one time, and man, he got up and he just had that deep growl, and I'm like, dude, I looked at him, I'm like, dude, you better what? You better check yourself. And my wife was laughing. She goes, "Oh yeah, see, he loves me more than you." I was like, "Well, of course he does, So but it's just funny how he is, and dogs are dogs, man. But that's crazy. Hunting pigs with knives, wild pigs with knives. That's yes, I'm not doing that.
I watched
I
it
am
done,
not
but
a
I'm not getting
Russian.
out
Kevin, I am not a Russian spy. Do not do Russian gate on me, brother.
there.
Oh, and Frank,
Oh my!
yes, Chihuahuas think they're the size of a Great Danes. That is an absolute true statement. I think Chihuahuas are more dangerous than pit bulls because those
If
little
if
jokers will bite you in a minute, and they think that they are 9 foot tall, and they don't fear jack diddly squat, but they bark at the wind. I'm just,
they have zero fear,
mm,
just imagine if a Chihuahua could get big as a mountain, that say
dude.
that uh, Great Dane. Oh, you wouldn't want to mess
If
with them.
if if a Chihuahua got the size of a Great Dane with that kind of tenacity and the whole attitude and everything, got the size of a Great Dane, there would be no humanity left.
No, it wouldn't.
Vice. Then bar hogs after about 6 months, the meat tastes. Yep, yep, okay, yeah, I get that. Heather B, but it's so we talked about your favorite wood. We talked about your favorite non-electrical tool. What is now let's get back to your electrical tool. What is your favorite electrical tool that you can do that you cannot do without? If you can get rid of everything else but except one tool, what would it be there, my man?
I'd have to say my table saw. I really would. I love my table saw. I can do all kind of things with it.
Mm,
Uh,
that's a good one.
I because I can take and literally take rough lumber blocks and stuff. In fact, they got a video showing me taking some loading blocks, but the shipping blocks they ship the combines into the dealers with. The
Yeah,
combines when they come from deer, they're sitting on a set of blocks on the front and the back, no tires, nothing like that. You have to put all the tires on and get them off the truck. But I take
right.
them blocks and saw them because they'll be red oak, white oak. Sometimes it'll be gum. Um, but they're hardwood, and you can take and slice them up, and you're talking about getting some, and you can do it just right. You'll waste some of it, but you can get some quarter sawn out of it too, and that really looks good. In fact, I made a
Well,
couple boxes out of one,
I mean, it amazes
but
me
that
that what amazes me is that sometimes, like, my ship and receiving department, they'll get in pallets and they'll call me. they'll be like, hey, Rich, we got this pallet in here, and it doesn't look like your standard pine pallet. And I'll go over there, and dude, I've seen pallets made out of freaking mahogany, out of white oak, and whatnot. I'm like, yeah, throw that in the back of my truck, buddy. And things like that. And like you said, the blocks. It just amazes me that. And again, I think it's because it's used because it's not coming from a woodworker's mentality like us. You know,
Right.
some people's trash is our treasure, right? And I've heard, a lot of people, they, oh, I don't work with pine. I don't work with pine because it's a crap wood is what I hear. And I'm like, really, dude? I says, you know what your house is made of? You know what them 2x4s are that are holding the walls up in your house? They're not oak, my man. They're not walnut.
I'm telling you,
It's pine.
pine.
And
They say. Well,
if it can hold your house, you can make something really nice and you can do a lot more with pine as far as coloring it. As Daniel
yes,
will say, the shoogie boogie. You can take a oil finish to it
you can.
that'll stay. You can do so much more with the coloring of it. No, it's not a hardwood like a walnut. Of course, it's not. But you can do so much with it, and and I hate when people just kind of you know piss it away because and I think the mentality of it is a lot of people they see tons of it in Home Depot and but I throw that at them and they're like, oh, I didn't think about that. I was like, yeah, I'm just saying, and buy a literal 2x4 by 8, right? And I think they're going for like what, $4 now. Buy the
Yeah,
same
probably.
thing out of buy the same thing out of maple, cherry, walnut, or whatever, and come back to me what the price difference is and what are you making, and you know what are you making because you can do it with the pine. And the thing is, you can't really stain walnut any other color. You can maybe bleach it, but with pine, you can do whatever you want to with it. And that's why a lot of
Right.
smalls are really great to make out of pine because, Daniel, he likes that honey stain and things like that. And it changes the color, or you can do the sugar boogie on it, and you can put the amber thing on it. It's just I think a lot of people just kind of downgrade pine and not really see the value in it. And that's fine. You know, I don't. I
But
mean, I
like
don't
I
make
say, pine
furniture out of it, but
and,
go ahead.
and pine, you can buy it, and it is cheaper than hardwoods, yes, but it's also you can use it to up your skill game and stuff like that before you go sinking money into say a,
I
a board of maple or something.
absolutely agree with you. I've been playing with the Japanese sunrise dovetail joint, hand cutting it,
Oh yeah.
and I've been doing that with pine right now until I really get that technique. I'm very, very close to where I'll be comfortable to do it with my maple and walnut. I'm very close, but I've been doing with pine, and trust me, I'm glad I've done it with my pine because I've, I'm probably in try number 70. It's that intricate. Either that or I'm just too hard on myself. I don't know which one it is, but yeah, and you want to try something new, try it out of pine. It's cheap, and guess what? If you mess it up, you haven't you didn't lose a piece of $80 lumber. You lost a piece of $4 lumber. It's that cost comparison thing, if you will.
And plus, you can practice with it, and you hone your
Yeah.
skill. And sometimes people
Have
can't
you
afford
asked?
the wood we can make stuff out of, and you can make the same thing out of pine.
Uh, Blake, what are you
And
talking about? It says, have you asked Moyock the question? You all know what I'm talking about. What's the question, my man?
oh, okay, all right, okay.
Sorry,
This
sorry,
is
I didn't
the
mean to cut you off
question.
a lot. I just saw that.
Oh, that
Hold on, let me
problem.
get in
I
here
know
so
what
I can.
Blake's talking about here. I know what Blake's
Hold on, let
talking
me.
about. So
Uh-oh.
the question
Oh
is
my.
this. The question is it banana pudding if it ain't got bananas in it?
Oh, what?
Is
Is
it
it
banana
banana pudding
pudding
if it don't?
if it don't have bananas in it?
Absolutely not. You're talking to a Southern boy here, man. Absolutely not. If it's banana pudding with no bananas, it's just pudding.
Oh my!
I, I, wow. And that was Blake, right? That was Blake who asked that question. Blake,
Right.
you
We got
are
the
you are a
discussion.
rock star, man. That is awesome. That is awesome. I've never been asked that question, and it just threw me off. It just threw me off. And those are the questions I like. The questions that throw me off, where it takes me. I won't say out of my comfort zone, but it takes me out of a zone of, and I was never asked that. And yes, sir. Yes, sir. That
So what?
that's
Yeah,
that's
it's
funny.
part of the family now.
Oh, yeah, you got me, Blake. You got me. That's a good one. That's a good one. And hey, people keep them coming if you
You
want
would have
to.
to be there the first night this happened. We got off on the question. Somebody said something about banana pudding without bananas, and my wife. I said that is not banana pudding. If it hadn't got bananas in it, it's not banana pudding. So it's been kind of a running gag ever since.
But it's funny that being my wife's Panamanian, and of course I'm moving down there. One of the largest companies in the world is Chiquita. If you get bananas and it has that little blue sticker that says Chiquita, it's from Panama,
Right.
more than likely. And so we get literally bananas, literally like right off the tree there. There's all kinds of fruit trees and all kinds of stuff down there, even on my property. And they had uh, and it's like when my wife makes banana pudding, it's kind of fun. Being she's Latina, she doesn't do the Southern food stuff, but man, her banana pudding is just oh my god, it's the bomb. And and someone uh came over one time and we had it, and they were like, "Well, why is there bananas in it?" And my wife's like, "It's not called banana pudding if you ain't got bananas in it. What the hell are you talking about?" And she
Right.
goes, "You know what? If you're going to besmirch my banana pudding, you can get out of my damn house." And they were like, "No, no, no, it's all cool. I just never had it before, you know." She's like, "No, no, no, you can leave. Good day." I was just like, "It's okay. Hey, let's not fight over banana pudding here." And
The same door you come in, you go out. Oh man.
you
Oh,
know,
we like I
hey,
said,
safety
we got
gear.
on, and I think
Hey,
we stayed on it for over an hour just on that. Oh my goodness.
oh, that's funny. So, hey, let me ask you this: safety gear. What's your favorite
Okay.
piece of safety gear besides safety glasses? And go.
um, let's see.
Yes, Spice, that is true. It ain't apple pie without the apples, my man.
That's right. I need to get better at wearing safety gear. I will try to keep my glasses on, but I need to. They tell you I need to start wearing a mask more often. I, I'm not that good on the PPE as now I make sure my grandkids got theirs on and stuff like that. But as far as me, I need to get better. Um, I try to keep my safety glasses. But the glasses I got on that I wear are magnifying glass. A reading glasses like, but that's about as much safety as I do. I hate to say that.
Yeah,
I know I need to
yeah,
up my.
I'm a huge respirator guy. I have a great respirator, standing, doing whatever. Uh, I do have an air shield when I'm lathing, and unfortunately, it crapped out on me. I've had that thing for so long that the batteries, I gotta figure that out. But respirator is my biggest thing. Even though I'm gonna kind of out myself a little bit. I do have Festool stuff, and I have a Festool um, dust collector, portable that probably catches 99% of the dust, if you will. But I still put that. I call it the Bane mask. I put it on, and yeah, I already have enough bad habits as it is. I like my beer and I like my cigarettes. That's a bad habit as it is. But I'm not trying to compound that with breathing in, especially certain woods like bloodwood. Man, no, that dust can really ruin your day. So I always have that on here. Fearless Fox. Sorry. Moyock, here's a riddle. I am tall when I'm young and I'm short when I'm old. Oh man, I'm like the dumbest guy in the world when it comes to this stuff, buddy. I'm tall when I'm young and I'm short when I'm old. I have no freaking idea. I'm sure it's going to be a good answer. And it's probably going to be stupid obvious right in my face. You tell me, my man. I can't. Oh, God, dog it.
A
Yep.
candle.
A candle. Yeah, well, that's the truth. Fearless coming in with the with the hard questions. He's coming in hot.
No, right. Um, let's see. Hmm. What do you, as far as woodworking, what do you enjoy building the most?
Ooh. I have to say, there's enjoying and then there's making money. So I'm going to go, since you asked the question, what do I enjoy making most? I'm going to go with honestly, and it's two of them. One deals with the lathe, the other one doesn't. And there's a reason why. Uh, my pins on the lathe, I love doing them. I sell 50, 60 of them a month. I love standing in front of the lathe. It's very relaxing. It's very easy for me to do. If I had a bad day at work, I can come in there, I can lathe out, 5, 10 blanks or whatever. And it relaxes me. It keeps me from, you know, uh, focusing on the negative. The other one is my chicken tables. I make a ton of money on those little jokers, and I made them as a joke at first. And come to find out, almost everybody and their brother where I live has chickens, and I keep getting orders. So both of those. Now, money wise, um, it's my tables. And again, I'm very lucky. I got a lot of rich people that I know, and I mean, when I'm talking rich, I'm talking they're 10 million and up net worth, and they want me to build them something. I build them something. I mean, I've had their lawyers send me NDAs. I'm not allowed to post it. I'm not allowed to take a picture of it except to send to them, blah, blah, because they want their one of a kind table. They don't, because rich people are very, I don't know what the word is. They want a one of a kind that their buddy doesn't have. And I start laughing. I'm like, dude, I can make that same table out of the same wood, but the grain's going to be different. You're still getting a one of a kind table. Oh, no, 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 we can't have that. Okay. And I charge them dumb money. I literally try to charge them money so far out the box that they don't want to quote pay me. I made a $50,000 dining room table, and I just threw it out there, and it was solid walnut, and I threw it out there at that price point. And they were like, okay, and I was like, are you freaking stupid? I mean, I could literally do it for 10, but I was trying to tell you to go away, but since you're going to throw me that kind of money, I'm going to take it. Believe me, I took it.
Yeah.
But then I started getting NDAs and all this other crap. I was like, what the? hell is wrong with you people? And I've come to find that out. But I mean, honestly, I like doing the smalls. Keeps me busy. I do stuff around my house that keeps me busy. And like I said, I'm getting ready to sell my house, and I'm finishing up some things. And there's probably about $100,000 worth of woodwork in the house that I've done. Uh, Not to say that I'm going to. It's going to be added on to the asking price, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to get $100,000 for it, of course. But it's going to be in that price point to where there's negotiations. Everybody, well, if you're smart, you can negotiate. If they're not, if they're dumb enough to take you know, the price point that I put it at, my real estate agent puts it at, then me and my real estate agent ain't gonna cry because he's gonna make money on it regardless. So,
Right.
yeah, yeah, the things like I said, things I enjoy to make. I love making my little chicken tables and the pins. I really do that. And I do spinner trees, like spinner Christmas trees, but that's more towards Christmas time. I sell the quasi ton out of them. In fact, I got to start them in July now. Last year it was September. Now, because I had so many last year, I got to start them in July. But I told people right now that you better get them in because I'm getting ready to move and I want to get this done because I'm not shipping you a $50 spinner tree from Panama because it's going to cost you, $800. That's stupid.
Man.
What?
But and Blake is not letting me live this down. I don't know if you know about this or not. I'm pretty sure you heard about it. What's the best way to unstop a glue bottle?
It would be uh, I call them drywall screws. Take a
Uh huh.
drywall screw. If you get the little glue snot at the nozzle, take a drywall screw, screw it in there, get it like halfway in there, and then just pop it out, and it pulls the whole, the I call it the snot blocker or whatever, call it pulls the glue booger out right out of there
Right.
every time.
I'll do that. But Moyock, what he's talking about is something that happened on one of my videos, and I don't know how to edit and stuff. It just whatever happens, happens. And I was, I
Hey,
looked at it like this,
welcome
and I
to the
squeezed,
show.
and it sprayed into my face, and yeah, everybody liked that.
Oh man, oh man. You know, I I did that. Uh, have you ever heard of shine juice?
Uh huh.
Okay, it's a three-part mixture. I seen it, and it's really cool. I really like it. And for some reason, I went to spray it on there, and it just wouldn't come out. I'm like, what the hell, man? And I couldn't figure it out. And so I'm squeezing the bottle, right? I'm squeezing the bottle, and I'm looking at it, like literally with the nozzle like right there, and I squeeze it really hard, and I mean it just went poof, right all up in my face. You know what my dumb butt didn't realize is that I put a piece of clear tape over the nozzle to keep it from trying to dry out, and if
Uh
and I was like, I'm sitting here, and what makes it bad is my wife was here, and I walked into the house, and I had this stuff dripping off me. And she goes, "What happened?" I said, "Oh, I just shot myself in the face with some shine juice." She goes, "Oh, you're a porn star now." And I was like, damn you, damn you.
huh.
And I just went to the bathroom, but I come back out and she's just laughing. I'm just like, your sense of humor is more dark than mine, and that's not cool. And and sorry about that reference because I don't like, whatever. But that's just my wife. She's just that way, and you can't help but laugh at it.
Hey, it's funny.
So, hey, speaking of finishes, what's your go-to, my man?
My go-to finish. How much I select.
That's what's funny is that a lot of people. including myself. I play with different finishes all the time. I love an oil finish like the Rubios, and Rubios is expensive. I
Yeah,
do know that. There's general finishes, there's tongue oil, the whole 9 yards. I'm telling you, man, if you know how to lay that shellac, it's it's cheap, it's easy, and um, you can make amazing finishes with it. And a, a friend of mine, he builds literally handcrafted classical guitars. Don't even talk to him unless you have $15,000. That's how good
oh my
these
goodness.
guitars are. And he does a shellac finish on them, like a French polish with the pumice and everything else. And dude,
Uh-huh.
it is glass. It is glass. He does the hand cut stuff. Sometimes I do the hand cut myself, and then sometimes I just buy the sensor from Home Depot. Depends. And he's like, man, it doesn't really matter. Either one works. He says, if you're trying to do a guitar top like I do, and the body and everything, he goes, dude, it's like he puts like I think he said between 20 to 35 layers on there, but it is so smooth and it's glass. It is literally glass, but you have to know to sand. He's the one that kind of taught me the sand in between because everybody says, well, shellac kind of melds into itself like lacquer. He goes, yeah, that's true, but not. You have to,
But
sand it, wipe it down, and come back with another coat. And that's why when I do shellac, I'll do my coat. I hit it just lightly by hand. You ain't got to get medieval about it. Lightly by hand with 400 grit, wipe it down with just a clean towel, wipe it down, and then go back again, your next coat. And you can literally do a great finish for things that we do with 4 to 5 coats of shellac, sand in between,
yeah,
and be done with it for the most part. You know, uh, the only thing you have to worry about with shellac, if you use it as a tabletop, like a dining room table, it doesn't like alcohol whatsoever. You get a little bit of
no, it's
alcohol
not
in there because alcohol, that's what dissolves the shellac flakes, is the alcohol. Um,
right.
but um, for the most part, shellac is just fantastic. And or you can do one layer of shellac and come back with lacquer because just about anything except oil finish. Oil finishes don't like shellac first. You can use shellac as like a sanding sealer, if you will, smooth it out, and then come with
And
shellac. I mean, excuse me, with lacquer or poly or something like
I,
that. But like an oil finish over it, oil doesn't really like. Oil likes to grab the wood more so than that. So, but
then right.
I agree. Shellac it is, my man. I agree with you 100%. You mentioned Rubio Monaco. I know it's money. Is it worth it? Blake, it
It all
is.
depends what you do. I
Uh,
would.
it is depending on what you do with it. Am I going to use Rubio Monaco on a jewelry box? No. Am I going to use it on a coffee table to a dining room table? Yes. However, what I
Yes.
do on top of that is I will also do a carbon finish on the top surfaces of tabletops like that. If you have, let's say you do a dining room set with chairs and you do Rubio's Monaco, yes, I would use that for all the finish on that, including the chairs. And I would still do the carbon finish on the tabletop, not the chairs, of course, but the tabletop, just because the tabletop is where it gets mostly abused. And when you do a carbon finish on there, you can spill alcohol, water, whatever, and it just wipes right off. And you don't have to do as much maintenance on there because most of, like I said, your wear and tear is going to be on the tabletop, not the legs and everything else like that. Every once in a while, you might have to do a light sand, add a little bit of oil on it, and you're good. You don't have to like refinish the whole thing. So it is worth it. But there's also other oil finishes out there that are less expensive that can do the same thing. I just happen to like Rubios for certain applications.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. The Rubio Monaco, for certain applications, yes, it's great. And I like to talk about I'd use them on coffee tables, actual tables, um, for that instance. And but as far as putting it on a jewelry box, no, it's not. It's it, no, just no. That's all I can say on that.
Okay. Yeah,
Not,
yeah,
not
no, I agree.
yeah, well,
Wait. Crafts with Heather B. Heather B, how you doing? Okay, Moy, I got a question for you. Would you want to be a judge for the Big Daddy Cross Build Off? I don't know what that is, but what is Van Lon? You obviously have
what?
something to do with this. The big
Yes, what it is.
Heather B's asking if I want to be a judge for the Big Daddy Cross Build Off.
Right. What it is, we've done a cross build. We're doing a cross build for the month. It's a challenge. Well, at the end of the
Uh-huh.
month, we'll have the ones who put their stuff in. I have a little judging and give away a prize to the one who got the you know was picked for number one. Myself, I ain't judging because they do some real nice work and stuff like that. And I think Daniel's gonna be a judge, and now you're getting asked to be a judge, which I'd appreciate it and be honored if you would. The judging being um, May, I think, sometime in May, first of May, I think what it would be. But
You know what, man? The fact that I was even asked, and the fact that you said that, eh, I would be honored to do that if you'll have me.
yes, thank
I
you.
would love to see
You
it, and I would love to see it, and I would love to see the people's work, and I would love to judge it. And it's probably going to be really difficult to be honest with you, because I'm pretty sure there's
yeah,
going to be
what
a lot of
be?
really nice stuff. Give me 1 second
And
here. I would absolutely love to see it. And you said it's a cross build.
right, build like the crosses I build, and
Yeah.
of course it, the it's got to be at least 12 inches tall, and that's about the only rule. The design, however you want to design it and stuff. You can make it out of wood, you can make it out of resin, you can make it out of metal. and
Oh, nice.
there's no,
So
the
there's no
the
what do
medium
you
you
call it? There's
use it
no
doesn't.
there's no medium restrictions.
Right,
Gotcha. That's cool, man. Yeah.
but I made some beautiful crosses out of metal.
Oh, well, I've
That's,
seen them. I know you do. Let me know what it is,
and
and I'll make sure that it's on my calendar.
okay, I'll get that information to you, and that way you can kind of get it set up to where you can make it. And what we'll do a little live on the channel to announce the winners and stuff, and then and like I say, Daniel's going to judge. You're going to be a judge. I think we. I know. I think we got one other one that is, but we got three judges now. So
Well, there you go.
yeah,
You
you could
know,
be a
two,
judge,
two,
and
two out of
I
three
think
can't be
um,
2 out of 3 can't be bad, right?
that's right. There you go.
The biggest rules if I enter the cross I want on the. I don't think so, Blake. No, I would say no. That's me, but it's not my
Okay, the judge
contest. That's going to be up to big man here.
wants to know if he can enter the one he won. Oh,
Hey man, I don't make the
well,
bro.
a judge has spoken.
You know, I don't make the rules. If Van Lott's cool with that, I'm cool with it. How about that? What do you call a magic dog? Uh, fearless, labracadabra.
Labracadabra.
Oh man. I tell you the talent of everybody, in this community, and it's not just woodworking. It's other things, personalities, and all this other stuff. And I see some of the jokes and stuff. Some of them are funny as can be. Some of them I kind of scratch my head. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? But and it's cool to see the personalities. That's what I'm talking about. It's amazing, and a lot of great good people. You know, and that's warms my heart, man. It really does.
Really, this group right here, it's just amazing how we are, getting so close knit and stuff, and just enjoy each other's time together and stuff like that, and enjoy you being here with us, and
Ah,
especially you know just how you fit in and stuff like that, and just lay back and you know
oh yeah,
open
man.
about yourself.
Dude, I'm a recliner that will talk your ear off. I'm that fa- I'm that far laid back, my man. I really am. And you know, um, there was a guy on Discord who, he just didn't want to hear my golf stories. Okay, cool. And I guess somebody, I'm not going to mention who it was, but someone kind of, hey, dude, this guy, blah, blah. Dude sent me an apology letter, and I sent it back to him. I was like, look, man, not everybody's into that, and I understand it. And hey, I respected it. It's cool. And we're good. At end of the day, hey, you know what? We talked it out like adults. We're good. And I'm not mad at the guy. I get it. And, it is what it is. So that's what I love is when you can, you know, you can talk to somebody or, like earlier when I said a thing and Caleb, I don't think he took offense to it, but I think he was like, hey, bro, hold on a minute. And I was like, hey, man, I'm sorry I said that. Yeah, hands up for accountability. I'll do that in a minute. And,
Exactly.
and yes, yes, it was a private conversation. I understand that. But, it was my thing of, how to work things out with people and everything's cool. And again, I didn't drop no names, but, it's, I was answering a question or a comment, but it's a good thing, and you know, I got people's back, they got mine. That's what we do, and it's it's wonderful, and I love it. I love what you do, and and what other people do, and at the end of the day, it's you try to make things positive for everybody, and you
Right.
do your devotionals and things like that, which is just promoting positivity. You're not shoving anything down no one's throat, which is great. You know what? If they don't like it, click off your freaking channel, right? I mean, simple as that. And that's okay, And I hope they don't do that because there might be somebody out there that could really hear a devotional you're
Really
doing
neat.
that could be in a bad spot that could change their life, man. And that is just God's work, and I really believe in it. You know,
It's about um just being that, I guess you would say, that light in their darkness. Sometimes just let them know that glimmer of hope. And it's not. I mean, we're here to lift each other up and not to put each other down. We already
yeah,
have enough
exactly.
of that going on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true. And I mean, I can say that I'm absolutely guilty. Um, hey, I'm really guilty of that on the golf course, and I hate to bring that up again, but I'm going to chirp a dude. I'm going to get in his head because I'm trying to win money. I ain't gonna lie. Uh, and I'll mess with them, but I don't, there's a line you don't cross either, and I don't cross that line.
Right.
Now, if you cross the line with me, that's cool. I'm not going to say nothing to you. That's going to piss me off and make me try and play better. And that happened one time, and then I got paired with this clown at this big tournament, and I told him, I says, dude, don't say a word to me. All I'm going to tell you right now is I'm going to beat you by 6 strokes today. and I got him by 8, I think. And I moved on in the tournament, and he didn't. Sorry, he had to go home. I was really pissy about it, but I didn't wish harm on him. If that, well, I wished harm on him on the golf course, but not in real life.
Right. And
And
Mike
sometimes it
said,
happens.
Mike and stuff, he said, I just hope I don't get thrown out. Believe me, in that context, I don't walk, I wander, and I admit it.
No, man.
But
It's all good.
say
And
at
Mike
at
is
the end of
awesome,
the
man.
day,
I tell you,
oh, he is,
I,
he is.
I,
That's where I had to read that comment.
I mean, dude, after Bearded Vikings, and I don't think I've seen you in the Discord, what they call the after party thing, and I've been in several of those. Usually after I've had a few drinks, it's fun. Mike is just absolutely amazing. He's out of everybody. His talent and his thinking and his engineering is just off the charts, man. He does stuff that just makes me scratch my head going, who comes up with this crap? Oh, wait a minute, it's Mike. And it comes
Yeah,
out really cool. This guy will literally, if you ask him the time, he's going to build you a clock. He's that kind of guy. And I'm not saying
right.
that's a bad thing. That is just wonderful, and he's just an awesome dude. And it's fun chatting with him, especially in the Discord thing, with Sarah B and Ray and everybody else. And hopefully one night you join us in there, man, because we would absolutely love to have you in there, of course. And it is, you know, and it's fun, and we laugh, joke, and we just talk about all kinds of stuff. And but Mike, yeah, man, that dude was cut from a completely different cloth, and I don't mean that in a bad way. And literally, that guy will be, man, I could buy a pencil or I can make one, and that dude's going to make one. I mean, that's just how he is, and that is just
Yeah,
phenomenal. I love him. I love him to death for that, you know. And you should dip in and say hi tonight. I'll be wiring up my electronics to make the final steps of Franken. Hey, Mike, is that on
Franklin.
Discord? Yeah, he's been making a lathe. I've been kind of watching that, and it's just crazy. I mean, it's just to me, it's crazy. I'm gonna just go buy a lathe. This dude here is going to go get spare parts out of a junkyard or wherever he gets it. I'm being funny here, and he's gonna take 2 soda cans, some baling wire, and a motor, and go, look, I'm gonna make a lathe, and he's gonna do it. I know he's gonna do it. I just know he's gonna do it. I just know it for some reason. I just know it, man. And he's just an overall really awesome, good dude.
Well, let's
Ricky,
see.
been the shit. Why don't Ricky, do you have a YouTube channel? Because I don't know if I have you. Personnel, I'm a week online. This thing is a beastified mid. It's very smooth. Wow, 4 horsepower, man. Dude, that thing's going to, whoo, whoo. That's a lot of horse on that lay there, my man. And wow, just make sure your stuff's tightened up. If it comes off and you're going ludicrous speed, it's gonna suck. And
And you
actually,
think
send me your address, man. I'll send you an air shield and some Kevlar.
you're gonna need it?
It spins almost to 6K RPM, dude. I do my pins at what's called ludicrous speed, and that's 3K, and that's as far as my lathe goes. That's like twice that. Holy smokes, man! This guy, I got a Pinto compared to his, top fuel dragster.
Yeah,
And this guy. Oh,
he,
yeah, yeah.
he
Reinventing
does.
Model
He does
Gs.
like
Yeah,
I
that's called ludicrous speed.
he goes in the garbage can and digs around, brings out garbage, and turns it into gold.
Hey, Fearless just sent you something on the phone to show to me, and I see Heather B just put Ricky Bin the Shop in there. Let me make sure I'm sub to that. I am. I'm already subbed. Imagine that. That's how many people I've subbed to. I can't even remember everybody. And but I like to double check anyway. So yes, I'm subbed there, uh, Ricky. So it's all good.
You see it there, Richard?
Can you bring it a little closer to the camera? It's kind of hard to see. Oh wow, I like that. Is that
That's
blue
what
paint?
Fearless just sent me. Yes, it is.
Man, Fearless man, you're talented, my man. You're talented. Absolutely talented. Looks great. Everything you that I've seen is just nice and precise and pristine, and you know, can't see anything bad on it. Let's just put it that way.
Now you know Cameron, don't you?
Yeah,
That's what he just sent me right there.
looks like a cornhole board, but I don't think it's cornhole board because I don't see a hole in it.
No, it's a flag.
Yeah, just
How you doing?
wow. Oh, thin blue line. I got you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's nice. I'm not a big paint guy because I can't keep a straight line even using tape because I suck at it. But when I see crisp lines like that, man, and the precision in it, that's another
Yes.
again, that's just another talent level that is just phenomenal. Looks great.
There is a
Yes,
lot of
Khalid.
talented people in.
Yes, Caleb. Absolutely, absolutely. I actually intend later to add a variation that gives me a cross slide and a cool post so I can at least turn mild steels now. Hey, well, let me show you my surprise look. What? Really? Oh my God. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me, bro. It does not surprise me, man. Uh, you're just uh, God, you're just that far above my thinking and talent level when it comes to stuff like that. And that's not a bad thing at all. I think it's
He
wonderful,
definitely
man.
outside the box.
Wonderful. Oh, yeah. Mike don't have a box. There ain't no box to think outside of. It's just that
Right.
we're inside of a box that he's just sitting outside and pointing at us, laughing, going, "Watch this guy." You know,
Yeah,
he
where we
he's
say
at
trash is
yeah. I mean, he's like yeah. Hold on. He's at hold my beer, guy. Let me show you something. So that works on a metal lathe that's 3 horsepower. Oh, okay. A year ago, if somebody said I was going to be a chainsaw car, I would tell him to get one. Wait, chainsaw carving? You do
Caleb,
chainsaw
just
carving, man? That
yeah.
that scares the life out of me.
You ought to and look. He does some great. Caleb does some great work. He really does. And I thought
A-
you'd been
Am
at
I
it longer than a year, Caleb.
am I subscribed to him? I don't know if I'm subscribed to him. Can someone
Well, make
post
sure you
his
subscribe.
channel in there? Yeah, I want to. I
Send a
want
link
to. I want to see. I want to see if I'm
Caleb's channel.
subscribed because I have so many people I've subbed to that I try to, I'm doing my best to at least try and catch a video and watch it all the way through. I'm not that guy to just click on your video 3 seconds later, hit like and move on because I know it messes things up. But if about what exactly? Uh, yeah, if I can get if someone could post Caleb's
Caleb, you can
channel in there,
punch
that'd be
your link.
really cool. Oh yeah, he's a moderator. There we go. Thank you, Matt Gill. Let's go.
Well,
Let's see.
Caleb
Let's
about
see.
like me. He'd rather have somebody else
Oh,
do it.
no, I am. You know what? I'm not subscribed, but guess what? Bingo, and hit the all button. Bingo, I am now subscribed to Woodchucker Chainsaw Carver, Mr. Caleb. Just subbed, my man,
You're gonna,
and I will
you're gonna, you,
do the best to watch some of your videos.
I like a berry.
Yeah,
The first thing I seen was a berry carved chainsaw, and he used a cheap. I mean, I ain't talking cheap made, but as far as price, a cheap battery chainsaw. One of the little short ones. They got like an 8-inch blade on it, and a chain on it. He
uh,
used it in there, and oh, it was it. That was good. The bear turned out
I'm
real
not a
nice.
yeah, I'm not a carving guy. I don't think I have. With carving and drawing and things like that, it's that hand-eye coordination. Um, Being precise. I just do not have it. I mean, yeah, I got to admit it. And when I see people carving with the wood, even with whether it's an electric tool or hand tool, especially hand tools, the way they just man, it's that precision and stuff like that. I couldn't imagine with a chainsaw, dude. I can cut a tree down. There's my carving, bro. That's all I
I'm
can do.
telling you,
Uh, just a different talented world, and that's awesome. I I I I couldn't do it. I know I can't do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to try it. But it's uh, it's just crazy to me. Hey, Mike is making stuff. Moyock, send me an email. I will send you some carving. I Mike, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't carve. I would hate to have you send me something that I'm gonna be honest with you that I won't use. I don't do carvings. Uh, Now, what'd be really cool is maybe send it to somebody that carves like Caleb. Um, if that's cool, sorry, I don't mean to, you know, disrespect you on that if I am, but I don't do carvings. I can't do it. I don't do it, and I'm not going to do it. And I'd rather you send it to somebody that could actually use what you do because I know you're going to make something badass, and I'd hate for something badass landing in my shop and I don't use it and it just sits there. It's not fair to you and it's not fair to the tool. Just saying, my man.
let's see. Um, hold on just a second. Okay. But anyway, yeah. Look, these folks there do some great work and stuff like that. And what I think, well, okay, what humbles me a lot is they'll send pictures to me like, you know, look at this, and it's like they want, like my what I say means anything. But it's nice to know they like the recognition and the stuff they sent, the pictures they send me. My goodness, this ain't no beginners out here. That's true. I mean, they're just great work. And I'm gonna send you some pictures of a mallet that Todd made because I mean he done a real just done a great
Well,
job
I
of it.
mean, I'm going to tell you, there's people that are you know, in woodworking, we can define beginners versus pros. Not everybody's a Norm Abrams or a wood whisperer or you know some of these really
But
top
you know what?
level guys, if you will. That's because of experience. I've seen beginners do some really what I call what some people would call a beginner do some damn work that makes me scratch my head going, what the hell did you do here? Because it looks phenomenal. And
All right.
you know, one of the things I tell people, and I think I told Bearded Viking last night, hey, what are we going to make next? Do the Homer Simpson spice rack. Let me
Oh
tell
yeah.
you, it's a bit it's a bit of a challenge. Okay, people think they see it and they laugh at it. Oh, but Well, you have to literally on purpose screw something up to make it look like that. And that is so damn hard because we are so precise that, oh my God, we're a
Yes.
thousandth of an inch off. The world's going to end when it doesn't matter. Build it. Trust me. Build it and
I
build
believe
it. It is
at
so
home
much fun. And my
at home
mother-in-law actually has it in her house. She loves it.
does and but that Homer Simpson spice rack, I believe it would be harder to make than a fancy one.
Okay, I'm looking at the mallet. Okay,
How you like that?
Chris, he's got three. Is that white oak?
What it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like white oak, and he's got three. And he pounded three. It looks like possibly walnut pegs in there. That's a nice. Oh, he did a nice little chamfer around the sides there. It looks like a 45-degree chamfer, probably about an eighth inch. Look at the fit of the handle right into the bottom there. That is just tighter than a
Yeah.
nut's butt. And at top too. Look at that at the top.
No.
Oh, he did the wedges. He's got it looks like Purple Heart and looks like Wingay maybe. Wedges in
Right.
there is what it looks like. Uh-huh. Oh, look at the finish on that. Oh yeah, that's nice. That is nice. Yeah, yeah, and then he pegged them. He pegged them from the side.
Yes. I've
And
done a great job.
wow, that is absolutely beautiful. Now, I'm funny with my mallets because when I make my mallet, and it looks like no, he has a degree hit over here. It's not flat. Okay. It looks like he's got one more of a like a I don't know if it's 15. It's the other side looks more. I'm trying to look at it right. One side looks like it's got more of a degree than the other, which is fine because of the hit. That's what I use. What I do when
Right.
I make
Mm-hmm.
mallets, to be honest with you, is the sides. I have them degreed to a certain point for my hand. That when I set that mallet on the table, the handle doesn't touch the table. I can pick it up by my hand without it touching the table. And it's the same degree of swing I have. Everybody has a different plane of swing. And mine is about 12 and a half, 15 degrees, right? And when I do it, and I think that's what he was doing there. And if he didn't intend to do it, it looks like he did it by mistake, but it's not a mistake. I think it's absolutely stunning, man. That is nice.
Yes.
And I mean, it is really, really nice. And I like the 45-degree chamfer around it. It is obviously a hardwood. The finish on there is just spectacular. That grain's running one way, the other way. Yep, that's how I would run it. The grain, middle grains are running up. That's how I would run it. Yep, in the middle. Yep. Yeah, man, that is just phenomenal work right there. And I love that he pegged. I never thought about pegging from the side with like three dowels, and the way he pegged it. Uh, that's just a nice touch. I don't, he didn't have to do that, but I think it makes it stand out that he did do it. Um, that is, dude, that is really nice. And at the very bottom, oh yeah, yeah, that's a phenomenal job right there, man. To be honest with you, very nice.
Ty said it was
That's
black
some talent.
walnut pins. The wedges were oak. And, and then black walnut pins and wedges, oak handle, and Angelum Pedro head.
Oh, okay. I mean, it just looked straight up white walnut to me. I mean, excuse me, white oak,
Mm-hmm.
just the way the grain was running, and it looked really tight, just like in the handle, especially. But
And
nowadays,
Mike
there's a lot
making
of
stuff.
woods that people
He said,
never heard
"Okay."
of that looks like something and it's something else. You know what I mean?
Um, he said, Mike said, "Thank you for tolerating me kicking rocks with y'all for a bit.
Oh man,
I gotta go
anytime,
get ready to
anytime.
fire up the light. All the best to you and everyone. Thank you for coming by, Mike, and spending some time with us. And you know what?
Yeah, Mike.
Richard,
Mike is phenomenal.
we've been
Yes, sir.
2.5 hours, almost 3.
Woo! It's been a minute.
Yes, we come up on 3 hours almost, and
Ooh,
which
wow.
has been
And you know
great.
what? And they're still, yes, yes. You know what? I think we're
People
not
still
nervous anymore. And there's still people watching.
right. I think we got past the nervousness.
Yeah, I believe so too. I think what we need to do is I think in a couple weeks maybe set up another one. Let's do some emails.
Okay,
Let's talk about building something very simple, and then we're in the shop together, building the same
that sounds
thing.
like
I build
that
I build let's call it let's just say it's a box. Just say it. It's not going to be whatever. We'll talk about that, but we're both in the shop and we're building at the same time, and that way there people ain't got to hear me babble on. They can just see me make sawdust. You can go in there, make some sawdust and do some great stuff, and then we get done. I say we do a giveaway, but let's keep it simple, something easy, something
sound
we
like
can do within an hour or two. Sound good?
okay. All right. I don't think we'd have to have no poll for that. I think everybody be up for that.
Yeah, I think so too.
So, like I say, what we're gonna do then, guys? Richard and me will get our schedules together, do us a live in the shops, and then what we build, we'll have a drawing for it. Okay? That sounds like a plan, Moyock. Really a good plan. And
I'd love to do that, man.
but
I
anyway,
tell you what, take a couple days. You think about what you want to do a build. Like I said, let's kind of keep it simple, so we're not trying to
yes,
do a real simple build that we think some people will like. Throw me your ideas first, and then it, you know it, if I don't like any of them, I'll tell you, and I'll throw you my ideas. If I like something, hey, let's do that, and then we'll set up a time, we'll do it, and then we'll do it.
it's like a plan to me. And
All right, big
so it
man. You
looks like
guys
again.
have a yeah, absolutely. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful, awesome night and awesome weekend. And Van Lot, thank you, sir, for having me on. I enjoyed it. And I love you, man. And love everybody here. And everybody, hey, go make some sawdust, be safe, and have a wonderful weekend.
Well, Richard, I enjoyed having you here, and just amazing to how you took time to come down here and hang out with the old country preacher and have some fun together.
Yes, sir.
And like I say, and I think everybody else enjoyed it. We got a bunch of likes, and like I say, we still got people here. And but this other collaboration we're gonna be doing, I think they're really gonna like it. And I know I will too. Both of us working in the shed together. Matt Gill, he's closing us out in prayer right here. He says, Lord, I pray for you to watch over everyone in this family. Hold us all in your hands and place a hedge of protection around us. Keep our minds and bodies healthy. Keep all of our family members safe from storms and keep all of our military and first responders safe. In the mighty name of Jesus, amen.
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 Hey,
We
thank
can
you,
always,
thank you, Matt. I really appreciate that. Means a lot to me, more so than you probably know.
amen.
And
And,
yeah, like I said,
and
big guy. Think about what you want to do. Like I said, let's keep it simple and let's do it, and it'll be fun. And we'll you know send some stuff out to some people, and hope they enjoy it.
okay, it sounds like a plan. Well, y'all, we got me and Richard set us a date. We'll let y'all know about it and make sure you're subscribed to Richard and subscribe to me and share this channel, share Richard's channel. And
Appreciate it,
thank
man.
you. Remember who you are, whose you are, and be blessed and be a blessing. Richard, I enjoyed this. Thank you so much, my friend, and I love you, man.
Hey, thank you, and I love you too. And thank Matt, Bice, Mike, everybody, Sarah, everybody that was
Yeah.
on this channel, and that tuned in. Thank you, BV, everybody. Our first one. Hey, we'll see how the second one goes. I think the second one's going to go even hotter because we're actually going to be building stuff, and you ain't got to listen to me beep, 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 all night. So, you know. Mike is making stuff is live right now. So I'll tell you what, man. Let's call this one. Let's cut this one off. Let's go over to Mike.
Okay, let's go see Mike, y'all.
All
Enjoyed
right,
it.
man. Love you, bro.
Love you. We're out of here. What do I need to say? End over here.